Live. Yeah.
Done.
Hello, streaming audience.
Hello, everybody.
If there's
on
one
the
thing I know
internet.
about
Hordes of
online
people.
streams is that people love when you eat on online streams. So that's why I'm doing this, because it's a fan favorite.
Some
I
people
see it all the
do.
time in comments. People are like, man, I wish there was more eating on streams. I love the sounds,
The smacking
sights.
sound. Yeah.
Got that kind of feedback, so we're gonna give the people what they want.
Right.
That's how we maintain this thriving audience. Or really community.
Yeah,
right.
we listen.
It's kind of self-sustaining.
It is, yeah, it is consistent.
Nice
It
to have
is
somebody else
consistent.
build the wiki for a change, you know?
I'm wondering if once we start the mask stream on 8/19, like if any of that's gonna trickle back, because they actually have people
Oh, yeah.
going
Oh,
and stuff. So like, I don't know. We'll see. That'll be fun.
I
Oh yeah,
think-
well, the 3 out of 4 of us are playing in that game, I guess.
I realized that I might be playing, that the character I made is kind of a young Inez. Or I was like, oh, I've just created this like really blunt character.
Half Inez, half Jessica Jones.
Yes. Yeah. Like,
That's
and
okay.
Punching, yeah.
I often, feel sadly unimaginative when I play games because I'm the type. Some people love to play things that are like nothing like themselves. I'm a bear man, and but I always end up not playing like not exactly myself, but there's always like an element, an ingredient of myself in it.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's
There's
never
always
just like
some-
totally different.
There's always some part of me exaggerated, and that is like that or like 3 things, and then
It's funny.
That's
in
why
the
I kind of always like playing like just random stuff, like with the trophy games. It's just like you roll for random like background and occupations. Like, great, I'm a fruit merchant who is now the like lock picker. Cool.
I do
Figure
like
that
to
out.
do that because a lot of times when I'm looking at games, I'll see like lots of stuff that's interesting to me, and I can't decide. So a lot of times, like I don't at all mind being the last person to pick a character because I'll be like, okay,
Yeah.
what are you playing? What are you playing? What are you playing? What's not
Oh,
playing?
yeah.
All right, cool. I'll do that then. It helps me decide as opposed to
Process of elimination, sort of.
yeah. If the whole world's open to me, it's like, oh man, oh no, there's like 10 things I want to play.
yeah.
Play 10 different games and play them all.
Do the Mark way where you play every day.
Every day, all the time.
It's getting there. Yeah. I'm playing
I
in
don't-
the Tales of Zadia playtest in the Gauntlet, which is the Dragon Prince RPG
I was about to
that's coming
say,
out.
like, that sounds like.
Yeah.
How is it?
It's pretty good.
Oh.
We played the intro last Sunday. We're playing part 2 tomorrow. And yeah, there's moon elves and floating cities and all sorts of cool stuff. And the system it's
forgot
based
Mark
on
was-
Cortex. It's really cool. Yeah.
I forgot Mark was playing last week and was like, didn't like. Usually I have like a like spatial location of him in the house, and I was like looking for him. And then I hear from like the office like him be really, really serious and a little bit racist about moon elves.
Oh, no.
I was
They
like,
killed our king.
I just hate that one. But I was like overhearing stuff, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? Oh, yeah, he's playing a game.
I'm pretty sure I would spend that entire game trying to get as many jam tarts as possible, and that would just be
Jam tart.
Jam tarts did come up, so that's it's on brand.
That's a good motive.
Sooner or later, just because I never do, I just need to play like a big, strong, smashy character. I never do those. I'm like,
That's why I'm doing that for Mass, where I was like, oh, the other Mass game I'm playing, my character, like, if they don't have to fight, they won't. Because they're like the transformed, they're like the Hulk. And like, if they do fight, they're just like, excuse me.
Oh.
So I try, like, I've got this game where like I try not to ever fight. And so I'm going to try the opposite thing where I just punch everything.
it's
Hold
just
on.
punch.
Punch
Literally,
all
one of your
things.
powers is punch everyone.
Punch everyone.
Just like Inez.
It's like Inez. I mean, it's pretty much Inez.
You guys did magic last time. That's right. You want to set up
Oh
your
yeah,
end of
I
session?
forgot. I got a little into
I
it.
did. I preset my
Nice.
Oh
My
yeah.
end of sessions.
How does
yesterday.
I set my end of sessions kind of almost randomly. It's like, oh, let's try these.
Nice.
I don't know.
Yeah, I usually just keep switching up to like, what have I not done lately? Let's do that.
Cool. I think we were driving back to Brindlewood Bay with Gary and having a sleepover at Gary's, I think there was.
We learned the location of what we think the final dealing mabobber will be.
Yeah, right.
Oh yeah. Do we have any other
1, 2, 3, 4
clues? Oh, those are our
7
clues.
Yeah. Oh, and there was the child. Oh, it was Sandy and
Tara
Tara's child.
woke up in the lighthouse.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah, that's right. Just woke up in the lighthouse. Weird.
We're like, how'd you get there?
Oh yeah, and then the magic fight.
Oh, I found my sister. Yeah, I learned magic and then I didn't stop doing it.
Do all the magic.
Prue is all about the magic. She's already
Yeah.
got ideas
She
of where to go
was into
next.
it.
Do we have a list of the spells we've got so far?
Yes, somewhere.
I found a list in your office.
Oh, that's probably what it is. We have the allies from the sea, the chariot,
Yeah, that was
the
great.
wayfinder, and the whirlpool vortex. Let me put those on the sheet there.
Thank you.
Let's see. I'll make a new sheet for spells. Cool spells. So let's see, or occult moves.
Working
So-
on occult moves.
Allies from the sea. Chariot. Wayfinder. Whirlpool vortex. Nice. Remind me how the chariot worked.
Yeah, I was about to ask that.
Because-
too.
I think
that
was
was-
that mine the one about like taking some piece of evidence and rolling back time on it to some particular moment?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And that had the blood hologram with the sand.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. The bloodogram.
See, and allies from the sea is when you drink sea water and call help. Allies will
Enemy.
water beings will emerge. Sea.
The enemies.
Cool. So let's start off at Gary's and say it is evening time, and we have it is everyone has settled in to sort of relax for the evening and sort of regroup. Gary has made everyone some he's made some mulled cider. He got some mulling spices from the gift shop of the wharf. He was excited to try out, and everyone's hanging out. Gary has a like one of those iron wood stoves in his sort of salon living area there. And yeah, so y'all are hanging out there for a while. What would you like to? Gary's available, but he doesn't have to be there. What would you like to talk about or do or whatever?
I've got an idea, girls.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm listening.
So
Let's hear it.
we've got the location, so we think. We still got to find when and the means by which this thing is going to happen. Well, now we know magic. We can make magic things happen.
Ooh.
So here's what I think. I was thinking we go and procure one of those masks where we know what it is. We know. I think we know if we've encountered 2 of those masks, right?
Yeah.
We can use that mask to perhaps
Ooh.
look like invisibly, hopefully, look into their
Internal
shenanigans,
organization.
their
Yeah.
goings on.
What I'm hearing is that we need to go visit Caroline.
That is where one of the masks is, I believe.
That's where one of the masks
On the
is.
wrong foot last time, so I'm gonna try.
We're gonna set everything right now.
Perhaps you could convince Caroline to let us borrow that mask.
Yeah,
Maybe.
second chances at love.
Persistence always pays off.
Well, now I'm a witch too, so maybe we'll hit it off better.
Now
Good
you're
magic.
a coven.
We're no longer the Mavens. We're the Coven.
Yeah.
The Coven.
Maven Coven.
Maven Coven.
Murder
Cool.
coven.
Murder. Wait.
Could be. We'll see.
Yeah.
Who
So
wants
it's-
our burrito?
Go ahead.
We have
Bless
caused quite a few deaths.
It's true.
Have we?
Or at least been near them.
We are followed by a trail of death.
Yes. Death looms
Yeah.
over you like a shadow.
Ah, or maybe we're chasing a trail of death
Oh.
Ooh.
to make it right.
So Gary's like, I've set out some blankets and stuff. If you guys want to hang out here, there's a guest room. You can sleep on the couch. It's just like 10:30, so I'm gonna turn in. It's been a long day, and I just need to sort of collect myself. I think stuff has happened. I just took some melatonin, and I'm gonna try and forget about the lady chasing me with a hole in her chest.
Do you have any chamomile tea? That'd be
Oh,
good for
yeah.
you, Gary. You should have a cup of chamomile before bed.
Gary, do you have like a person, like a therapist we could call and maybe make an appointment?
I
I
mean,
don't-
there's Dolores, but she's kind of busy. I talk to her sometimes.
Okay,
I feel like I annoy her a lot.
about this before. If you are using Dolores as a therapist, that's unpaid labor that you were instilling upon her. Are you also using the sheriff for this unpaid labor?
Oh no, he doesn't. When I try to talk to him, he just tells me that he has a phone call and then stops talking.
Okay, well, I'm gonna get you an appointment with a real therapist.
And I have a feeling
Oh,
the sheriff's
okay.
the sheriff's advice would probably be along the lines of like, I don't know, suck it up, man.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's told me. So,
The larger point here is Dolores is not paid to be your therapist. We need to
oh,
use actual
she needs a raise. She does a lot of stuff around
Very
the
true.
station.
therapist.
I bet Dolores would know a good therapist.
I bet she would.
Oh yeah, she seems really together. I bet she really.
Give her-
takes
yeah,
care of
more
herself.
unpaid labor. Look, I'll just get you. I know a lady who's really good. Helped Vera and I through some times.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Give me your number, contact
So
information.
go to
and I'll-
bed. Go to bed, Gary. I'll call.
Oh yeah.
I know your calendar.
Remember,
I'm gonna-
Gary, you're strong like a bear.
Yeah. The bear's gonna have some chamomile tea with some honey in it, I think.
Claws,
And-
Gary. Do the claws. Arr.
Arr,
There you
I'm a
are.
bear.
Bear, sleepy bear. Go to bed.
Okay, I'm gonna just take the teapot and honey up there. If you want some, I'm gonna get it, I guess. Good night.
And then closing credits on Gary PD.
Another day successfully solved. The mavens are safe in my study. Score another point for Duncan. Sweet. What are y'all up to now?
Are we going to break into Caroline's house?
Yeah, we're not going to bed. This is an all-night sleepover.
All right. No more sleep.
Oh, no.
Sleep is where the midwives get in.
That is true, though.
I have dreams.
Yeah, Rue doesn't like sleeping anymore.
Yeah, this whole thing is just.
Rue doesn't let us sleep.
Rue has cleaned out the caffeinated tea in his kitchen. So what's the plan?
I think Hyacinth just laid it out. We're gonna break into Caroline's.
I mean, I was thinking tomorrow, but hey, seize the day,
Good night.
seize the night.
They're less likely to be up and about.
I don't know. Carpe
That's true.
noctem. Carpe noctem.
Carpe noctem. Yep. Carpe
And
noctem.
the Where was the mask at her house? It was in like a safe
Wasn't it
in
like a secret room or something? Like a little
Mhm.
secret passageway
In the chest.
a chest, right?
that the sleazy relative
James, whatever his name was, Jared,
Jimmy?
El Sleazo tried to take us
take
to.
it.
Who
Jimmy,
was
wasn't it
the
Jimmy?
murderer in
Jimmy.
that one? Do you remember who the murderer was in that
Caroline
one?
was not the murderer.
Caroline was not the murderer. She's worse. Oh, it was Jimmy and
Oh, the two guys.
Avery, I think.
Yeah, working together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frame. Gary took him off, and the jail is pretty full now, I guess.
Oh,
At least Jimmy won't be there to hit on us.
It's like Arkham Asylum in there.
that'll be the last episode where we had to fight our enemies.
Where they all break out, all the
When
murderers at once.
Alvin breaks everyone out, and
Oh god.
For Jimmy.
cool. Let's just cut to the yard of the Hawthorne estate. It is the Christmas decorations are still up outside. It's late January. Everyone who is not in jail probably has gone home, leaving. I think it's Caroline there by. Yeah, Caroline there by herself, probably. You don't see any lights on inside. The Christmas lights outside are up but not plugged in. They're not
Okay, I
lit.
have an idea.
Okay.
I could stand in the lawn.
I'm on, whatever it is, I'm on board already.
Okay. I'm open to other ideas, but mine is that I have this poetry that I've been meaning to mail Caroline. But I could just stand in the lawn and read it, and then she would have to come out.
And then we borrow your medical bag and use the tools to break into the back door, right?
Yeah. You guys
Do we have a
can
boom box you can hold up?
Yeah. And we'll just get lost in conversation. She'll get distracted. Maybe I'll go take her out for a late night coffee. It'll probably take a while, and then you guys will have plenty of time to grab the mask.
And then we can go in to use the bathroom.
Oh,
Or break in, whatever. I
I
mean,
thought you guys are going to be unseen the whole time.
oh, that's better. That's better. I like that.
I'll probably assume you're there though, so maybe
That's true. We are known to travel in a group.
we are not ever seen alone.
A gang. So what does that look like, Inez?
It looks like I've got this poetry. Oh, here we go. All right, where should I start?
So reading this poetry for Caroline, what are you afraid will happen if you lose your nerve or fail?
I'm afraid that she won't come out and that she'll just call the cops on me.
Little does she know.
And then it'll be Alvin, and Alvin will show up.
It is even worse than that.
I don't know how
Of course it is.
Because it's a night move.
She will come out and verbally abuse and assault you, and probably chase you off with some sort of weapon, depending on what's at hand.
Okay, I'll take that risk. That way,
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
not worse.
Yeah. I think this is going to be presence.
Sometimes love
Oh,
hurts.
no, I should have thought this through. I guess we shouldn't be so reasonable. I got 0 for presents. That's probably good now that we're doing magic. Oh, I guess I could have used magic. Forgot I have magic. I'll use magic if I need to. If it
Allies from the sea.
Take it. Just be a minute. Just be a minute.
Past, and I don't ever use magic unless it's definitely necessary. I will do poetry first and then magic only if necessary.
Fair.
All right, rolling 2 dice.
2 dice plus nothing.
I rolled 7.
7. All right. So you
wanna
do
hear
it.
Poetry. It seems like
Yeah.
you're talking through
let's-
that part and you don't want me.
Let's hear the poetry.
Oh no. Now I gotta do it.
Oh no.
Bewildered was what I first felt when I saw your piercing gaze. Bewildered. Bewildered. Thank you.
I think Caroline, you see the light in the hallway open up, and the sort of there's some delicate curtains on the window, and there's a wreath, and in the middle of the wreath you see Caroline's face kind of peering out. So where are Rue and Hyacinth at this point?
I'm thinking we're in the back of the house, or at the back door of the house, trying to break in. But
Nice.
I just find that fun.
I agree. What is the back of the house? What do you see in the back of the house that sort of tells you that Caroline has been there by herself?
Oh, I was thinking that there's extensive landscaping and vines and topiary, and there are a lot of dead plants and a lot of unmaintained
Nice.
hedges and things like that. So it all we clearly remember the scene from last time we were there, and yeah.
Nice. Cool. Caroline pokes her head out the front door, and she's like, I'm sorry, you're one of the detective women, right? What I didn't quite make out what you were hearing or what you were saying. What's going on? Is there trouble?
Yes. My heart is troubled. And I just need to talk with you.
You hear a voice call from inside. It sounds like a man's voice, and it calls for Caroline. Is everything okay out there?
I give a bird call because we had a complex bird call system that I tried to teach Rue and Hyacinth, but they are not as. I imagine Hyacinth has some bird knowledge.
Yeah,
it's like unnecessarily
enough to know
complicated.
what kind of bird she thinks it is, and of course Akiko is immediately zipping out to the front of the house.
I think we're constantly like, she said it was like, it would be this kind of bird call for this kind of message, or this kind of bird. Wait, was that?
I imagine it was overly complicated and not well explained. Is
that a blue jay or a cardinal she's doing? I can't.
It's like a warning that there's another person. I'm not sure it's going to get interpreted. We'll see.
And I think Hyacinth has definite opinions about what she thinks the message is.
Yeah. Caroline steps out into the front porch and flips a light on, and she's wearing just like a very comfy bathrobe, just a plain sort of cream colored bathrobe with a C embroidered on it, and it's pretty chilly. It's January in New England, and she's like, I'm sorry, can I help you with something?
Ooh. Would you like my coat?
I'm okay. I'm not planning on staying out here very long.
Well, I just had some thoughts that came to me, and I thought that I would share my thoughts with you. I've been thinking that there might be more to this world than just the things that are around us. It's like, I was raised in science, but I don't know. I think there might be other stuff out there, and I just came to mind as someone who might know something about that stuff.
And as you're trying to explain to her, you see the curtain inside the wreath part again, and you see the face of Sheriff Dalrymple, and he sees you.
Oh no!
And he makes eye contact with you, and his eyes just go like. He shuts the drapes.
At this point, Akiko is like circling her, trying to figure out where the bird is. She knows she heard it.
What are Rue and Hyacinth doing in back at this point?
I think trying to pick a lock with like a scalpel and a retractor.
Which one of you is trying to do that?
I sound like Hyacinth, I think.
Probably me, yeah.
Cool. What are you afraid might happen if this doesn't work?
Explosion.
That I'll get caught in the process, and that I'll get arrested.
Yeah.
Moves.
I think it's even worse than that. You will be not arrested, but you will be caught and attacked somehow by
Yeah.
an unknown, someone heretofore unknown.
Okay. I don't have
Cool.
my dice here. Is there a site I can use or something?
Yeah, I've been using this random.org.
Cool.
That works. I think you can also just Google like roll 2d6.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
Google Dice too.
Have you picked locks before?
This character has not.
Let's try it with reason then, as you're trying to figure it out.
Okay, so my reason is 1, and then my die roll is a 5 and a 6.
Nice. That is a 12. That is
Wow.
good.
Nice.
Closer to the void.
Closer to the void.
Trying to copy a screenshot into the chat, but that does not work. Okay.
Great. So this is an old house, and it is actually like it's got a not a modern tumbler lock, but it's actually got like the lock with the skeleton key in it. So you can basically just like stick a coat hanger in there and turn it. It's very, very simple to come in.
But it makes you feel very fancy.
You're expecting the door to creak as you push it open, but it is well oiled and slides open immediately. And there's even a little nightlight plugged in the hallway in a floor socket, so you can see that you're in a back hallway. There's a little mud room back here, and it leads kind of into a closet or a pantry type area and into the kitchen that you were in before. And it smells like there's like something. It smells like it's not cookies, but it's something good smelling in the kitchen.
Lying sheriff.
And there's a light on in there. Maybe it's like a lemon cake or something. It smells like. It's hard to tell. What would you like to do?
But I think, I don't know. I imagine Hyacinth is kind of focused on this, and is like we probably, Rue and I both probably remember how to navigate to where we need to go.
Yeah, I think you're easily able to find your way up there. It was through the was it the Christmas room behind? It had like the the Santa Claus or the tree or something was the catch for it. And
okay, yeah. So yeah, I think we're just. I think Hyacinth's instinct is to just sneak straight towards the stairs and tiptoe up the stairs.
Yeah. Is Rue going with you?
Oh yeah. I'm heading for that mask.
Oh.
As you come out of the kitchen through the dining room into the foyer where the stairway is, you see the sheriff is sort of peeking through the curtains, the little drapes on the front doorway.
Maybe I'm distracting him because
he's very
second person.
He's very concerned with what's going on there, and you are easily be really sneaky, but then maybe I don't need to be as sneaky. He is definitely preoccupied, and you're able to make it upstairs into the Christmas room. And
I'm sure Hyacinth was superfluously sneaky the whole way, and just kind of committed to.
Like roll
and you push the belly button on the Santa Claus or whatever, and the door, a little secret door, pops open. What's going on the porch right now?
I've seen Sheriff Dalrymple, and at first was just like shocked and angry, but then realized that oh no, Rue and Hyacinth are in there.
Oh yeah.
My job is to distract him. and Caroline out here. And so I asked Caroline to come look at something where I'm like, well, I found this thing and like I don't know what it is.
Well, come up on the porch. Don't stand in the yard like a weirdo. That's come up and show me what you need to show me. Then I need to get back to
stand inside like a weirdo.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. Do you? And then I'm like also trying to like signal at Dalrymple so that he'll keep looking at me.
Oh yeah.
I'm like going between these two things of like trying to convince Caroline to get off the porch and leave so that she's farther away from the door, and Dalrymple not stop looking through the reef. That's what I'm up to.
Let's see if you can get Caroline off the. What do you think will happen if Caroline decides to not follow your lead and come off the porch?
I'm worried that she's gonna lose interest and just go back inside.
Yeah, I think. I think not only that, but she will probably use some sort of occult means to drive you away.
Yeah, I don't want that.
Yeah.
Nobody wants that.
Nobody wants that.
And this is gonna be presents again, I think.
My friends are gonna think that I left them.
You're supposed to be distracting when you just left.
Yeah, they'll be so mad. They'll think I bailed on them. Oh no! And I rolled a 7. What was it rolling with?
Presents.
Oh, +0. I rolled a 7. Really it out the park out here.
Do you want to put on a crown to bump it up to 10?
Yeah, if everyone else is okay with that.
I think so.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, you put on a queen crown if you like.
Okay. I'll talk about how I was an imperfect sister or daughter.
Yeah. Can we work that into your convincing Caroline?
Yeah,
out?
I figured that's what I assumed that we're gonna play everything on hard difficulty. You know what, Caroline? Like, I don't know how your mother was. I got that your family was a little complicated. Well, my family was really straightforward, but like in only one direction. And my mother always wished that I was more in touch with my intuition, and she would always go get her tarot cards read, and I used to go with her even though I didn't believe in any of that baloney. But as a kid, I really liked listening to the soothing voice of the person reading out the tarot cards, and I realized like later on in my life when I was like trying to do medical practice stuff that like sometimes I would even adopt that voice. But there was this one time when I was 14 and I had just had enough. Like mom was trying to force me to be all into my guts and intuition and chakras and all the things that she thought, all the faith that she had, that there were things bigger than us. And I don't know, it just never felt like there's been anything bigger than us. There's nothing out there. It's just bones and in the tendons, just bones and tendons. There's nothing else out there. There's nothing between the bones and tendons. Life is just an accident. And I told her on principle that I was not going to support her tarot lady, Jacqueline, by the way. I don't know if you know Jacqueline. She's a big deal in Brindlewood Bay. Everyone goes to Jacqueline to get their cards read. She gives the best readings. Anyway, and then my mom made me go. Well, I'll have you know, she made me go. I was 14. I was practically grown up by then. And I'm ashamed to admit this now, but I flipped the table. Jacqueline told me that I wasn't telling the truth about myself. Jacqueline pulled up the card, the Queen of Pentacles. And I said that has nothing to do with, she thought I had some issues to work through, and she called me a liar. And so I tipped the table, and mom did the worst thing ever. She never spoke about it. I know. I just saw her be disappointed. And that was it.
I think as you're telling the story, she's like stepping off the porch, like walking towards you slowly as you're telling all that. And I think, yeah, she actually gets up real, pretty close as you're finishing up the story. And she says, you remember my sister-in-law, Magdalena? She's a free spirit. She had tarot cards with her at Christmas, and I don't know if you talked to her at all, but she's tried to do the same with us many times, tried to draw us in. But I did learn a few things from her, and I know that card, the Queen of Pentacles, means that you are a nurturing, practical, grounded person. Pentacles is the suit of earth, and it's very solid and grounding. And I believe that's what you're like. And you don't have to believe in any sort of something out there. Knowing that what we're doing here is just fine. I think that if anyone is telling you that there's more than this that is around us, they're either lying or trying to sell you something. Is that what you came to tell me?
I mean, I feel really seen right now, but I think there's also been some disturbing of that groundedness. Like, I've started to see things that make me question if this is all there is.
Have you seen a doctor about this? Your delusions? Hallucinations, maybe? Maybe it's a eye thing. Your retina could be coming apart.
Yeah.
You are older, so it's best to keep an eye on these things, so to speak. And you see Sheriff Dollarpus actually sticking his head out the door right now. It's like,
and then first I'm upset. First I'm upset she won't share stuff at me, but then I'm like, Sheriff, will you come take a look at my eye? Touch retina? And so I'm like,
Miss,
like, maybe you're right. Is it like cataracts where you get cloudy? I have a flashlight here.
Miss Paisley, is there something we can do for you tonight? Can I? I'm not an optician or optometrist. I'm a sheriff, and I'm off duty right now. I am visiting Miss Hawthorne. What are you doing here?
I'm visiting Miss Hawthorne.
I'm visiting Miss Hawthorne and getting to know her better.
Yes, I am attempting the same.
The trapdoor the secret door has opened in the Christmas room. What
and
are
winking kind of sheriff
and Rue doing up there?
I think this is a perfect chance to look around the room, see what's in there before I MacGyver myself a spell. I mean, with the mask, of course. Well, first, mask is there, right? That's the prime thing.
In the secret room.
Yeah, I mean.
So the chest is there, and
oh no.
Yeah, you get a better look at it, and it looks as if, like, you can kind of tell that this room has seen a little bit more traffic than a small room hidden back in the attic should be. And the chest is there. It is still closed. Would you like to look in the chest?
Yeah, and first thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe in the chest is the mask exactly as you saw it before, just sort of laid in there. If this was a movie, it would be nicely lit, but
and we'd have a bag of sand that we could
Okay. What would you like to do?
And now I look around, so I get the mask. Of course, I'm formulating the spell in my head. I don't think I think I need other elements besides the mask. So that's why
Of
the
course.
MacGyver's kicking in. Looking around, looking for other things in this room that might be attuned to, can help me out with this spell, help me formulate this spell in my mind.
There's also a kind of like a how do you describe it? Like a bench kind of thing against one of the walls, sort of a low bench with like something that you would like sit on to take your shoes off and put the shoes underneath. And it is actually, the top of it is actually open, and inside you can see a cloak.
Perfect.
What else is in the room?
Okay. There is from some Christmas decoration or other that's been kind of tracked in, there is a sprig of holly.
Nice.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot this. What else is there? There's a picture frame with the wire hanging type
Mhm.
of thing. The picture frame itself is empty.
Nice.
Well, this could not be more perfect for the spell I want to concoct.
Oh, good.
Because we have the mask, so that'll get us the link to the midwives. Now, inside the bench, this cloak is wonderful because when I go to the realm of the midwives, I want to be cloaked from their view and invisible, which is also great to have the sprig of holly, which symbolizes concealment.
Mm.
So I'm cloaked, concealed, and the empty picture frame is perfect because that is like a gateway into their world. And there's no picture in it. So that means this can be attuned to anything, any scene we want to attune in this empty frame.
Nice. Okay. What are you going to try one of the occult moves that we have made,
we're
or do
making
you want
a
to make
new
up a
one.
new one? All right.
New one.
Never do those again. Those are one-time things.
We make spells, never use them again. We're always making new ones.
Don't do spells again. We make spells.
We believe in one use.
One use.
No, this one's
Yeah, cool. So tell me what it looks like when you
I think the
do it
general use of
successfully.
this, like with other elements, you'd be able to use it differently. So, but it's basically just being able to astrally travel incorporeally and invisibly.
Oh, I was worried about leaving you guys.
So do you want to astrally travel to a location, or are you trying to like go to a different?
Well, I'm hoping the mask
Time
will
or
be a link to the
something.
Yeah.
midwives. I'm trying to like, with all the dreams I've had, they always seem to be like conclaves of these masked figures.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping to like basically go to one of those conclaves where they're hopefully talking about this final ritual that's going to take place or whatever, but be invisible and not detectable. I don't want them to be like, hey, who are you, masked figure?
Never you mind.
I'm trying to invisibly eavesdrop on like a masked midwife conclave.
Nice.
My goal.
Cool. Let's roll plus sensitivity with advantage then.
Sensitivity with advantage. Pow! How about a 10?
How about a 10? All right. That's good.
And that's
Avoid glue.
plus your sensitivity.
No, I add that already. That was
Oh, that
Okay.
is plus.
Yeah.
Okay. So
And that's
10,
with
10
advantage
final.
too.
Yeah, because advantage is just drop the lowest, right? Roll 3, drop
Yeah.
the lowest.
Yeah. Cool.
Cool. So tell me what the ritual looks like.
What the what?
What the ritual looks like that you're doing.
All right. Well, so I think she's very in tune. She's like, it's perfect. It's perfect. She puts on the cloak. It is all very reverent. Then she gets the mask in hand. She has a sprig of holly. And the frame is hanging on the wall, right? So she's like concentrating on the empty frame. And then like she visualizes in her mind. She's seen it in her dreams, so it's real easy to visualize these conclaves. She visualizes the conclave, hides behind the sprig of holly, and puts on the mask. And then look straight into the frame, hoping like
Yeah. What's the name of this ritual that you've come up with?
Unseen traveler.
Nice. Unseen traveler. Great. I think so. Hyacinth, when Rue puts the mask on,
Yeah.
She sort of takes a step back and slumps up against the wall and sort of slides down into a seated position, and you can see through the holes in the mask that her eyes are closed, and maybe she gets a little a snort. And Rue, as soon as you put the mask on, you immediately sort of like, when you're falling asleep and you kind of feel that like falling and then jolt awake. That happens, only you don't jolt yourself awake. You feel yourself sort of do that fall, and when you do, you are able to step forward and see yourself up against the wall there. And as you remember that you were trying to find the conclave of the midwives, you find your body, like as you're looking back, you feel yourself pulled in a certain direction, sort of see yourself shoot out of the house above Brindlewood and down somewhere near the it's hard to tell because you sort of shot there so immediately, but it is when you stop, it is dark for a second, and you see you recognize the walls are stone, and you're in some sort of natural cavern space. You don't recognize it, but you know that you're in there, and in the it looks like there have been people here, and there's a clear like passageway to somewhere else. This is sort of like a little dead end chamber, probably like 15-20 feet across, and it looks like people have been there before. There's like supplies, kind of. It's hard to tell. Your astral vision gets fuzzy outside of a few feet.
Astral glasses.
You got astral glaucoma. But as you pulled towards the center, there is a circle drawn on the floor in what looks like charcoal, and like there's like a line of half-inch wide in a circle, like probably 8 feet around. There's no other symbols or anything there, but as your vision kind of shifts, like you're concentrating on the physical now, because you're trying to your intention is to see the place, and as like, cool, I got this place, cave, charcoal circle, great. As you do that, your vision sort of shifts more into, you see that sort of like the one ring vision, kind of the reversed cloudy stuff. And as it sort of shifts into the more astral vision, the circle from the outside just turns black, and you can see something pushing up. It's like almost like a rubber sheet or something. Something is trying to push out of this blackness here, and it pushes. It almost looks like it's going to break, and then you're yanked and pulled back and snap awake in the attic. And I think that's a clue for you there.
Never can tell what's a clue and what's just smart.
Hyacinth has carefully put Rue on the bench so she's comfortable.
Magic.
A little blanket.
And is reading a Golden Crown mystery to pass the time.
Great. Back on the porch. Caroline is like, Wyman, we're having a conversation. I'll be right back.
No, Wyman, I want your opinion too. Get out here. Caroline thinks that there's nothing else in this world, but there's all that there is.
Yep,
What?
she's probably right. Good night.
Tell me more. You seem like you've got someone, you're a sheriff. Sheriffs always have kind of superstitions. You're telling
Nope.
me you don't believe in anything except for what's in front of you.
No, I don't. I don't believe in any sort of magic things at all.
No magic things.
No,
Well, how do you explain all the weird things that have been happening around Brindlewood?
just people being people. I've seen a lot in my years of sheriffing.
Sheriff, there have been more murders in this town in the past week than there have been in my entire growing up in Brindlewood. What do you think that is?
Must be, video games. Probably the youth.
Can't blame everything on those youth that steal
Bikes.
Bikes to
Yeah.
the youth.
bike gangs.
Tell you what, I'll go check out those bike gangs in the morning when we are done here. Are we done here?
No, I got one more question actually. I was thinking that you should, and I'm gonna go this rant off into unpaid labor and talking about treating Dolores better. And like, you don't give Dolores enough credit. She does the work of 3 different officers, and you just let Gary use her as a therapist. And I know you use her as a therapist, and she's not your therapist. She's another worker. There's different types of labor that you're compensating and some that you're not, Wyman.
Yep, you're right. I'm going to give her a promotion and a raise starting on Monday.
I want that in writing. Come over here and sign it.
Nope, my word is my bond. I'm. And so, like, he steps out a little bit more, and he's in a a shirt, a wife beater, and sort of like boxers. No, I'll just remind me on Monday, and I'll get it taken care of.
So, Sheriff, you haven't run across anything that would indicate supernatural things.
Nope, and I would never investigate something like that.
You never
Because it's
would.
not real. Nope.
Not real.
Oh no. Nicole, you could, as that character, start recounting some of the supernatural stuff.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm feeling too, where I'm like, well,
Throwing that out
wait. I need your help then, because I want, you know what? I was raised in the academic ivory tower, and I want to believe that this is not supernatural, but here's some things that have happened. I've watched water people come and take, oh, wait, I gotta go back, because this lady had a whole you remember Eleanor, my ex's ex? They had a gay story. Anyway, Vera and Eleanor used to date.
What would you like?
Before we were dating, of course.
What would you like the sheriff to be doing right now?
I heard
Oh no.
What would I like the sheriff to be doing?
Yeah.
I am just trying to like keep him there, because I don't know what's going on inside, and I have not seen them. They have not reappeared, so I am just trying to keep him busy by I want him to logically explain all magic. What I'm doing is I'm giving him things that can't be explained, and I want him to then like have to justify it. So I'm like busy.
What are you afraid might happen if he doesn't do that?
I guess the most boring I'm afraid of is that he'll just dismiss me. But I'm also afraid. Oh no, that one doesn't sound very exciting.
Can I make a suggestion?
I love that.
A bad outcome is that Darlimple somehow takes this out on Dolores.
Ooh.
Not Dolores. That's the worst thing that happened. That's the worst.
Okay, sorry. That's too far on the first step.
Too far. We never harmed Dolores. Let's put that in the lines and fail. Yeah, let's go with that one because that hurts more.
I think the even worse immediate consequence here is that Caroline.
We just keep putting all of our bad things. Oh, and Dolores stabs her toe.
Yeah, she's fine. Dolores, or not Dolores. Caroline. realizes what is going on, the subtext of what's going on with you and the sheriff here, and reacts accordingly.
Oh, that he's trying to play like he doesn't know that magic's real because she.
Yeah.
Because he knows that she knows.
Oh, okay. That's bad. That's really bad.
Oh.
Worse than what.
You did mention Eleanor in front of Caroline. Cool. And this is definitely with composure.
I'm also trying to. For her, I'm also trying to ruffle her. Like I'm trying to mention things that she's been involved with. Sorry. What am I rolling with?
Composure.
Composure. What? How much composure do I have? 1. I've got 1.
That's more than 0.
Better than my presence. I rolled a 6 plus 1 is a 7. Just all 7 tonight.
It's crap city.
Doing a one woman show out in the front yard.
Cool. The sheriff comes out of the door, and he is in white beater and underwear and fuzzy slippers with like the pink trim on them and like a little cotton ball. Clearly not his slippers. Probably, who knows?
Men don't wear pink.
And he comes out and sort of stands next to Caroline and slides his arm around her waist as she's standing there, and she looks not surprised, but sort of like, oh, okay, and says, Inez.
You know my name. You did know it.
I'm Sheriff Dalrymple. I know everyone's name. Inez, do you want me to have an extended conversation with you out here on the lawn? Because I know the things that you are interested in, and I would like to help. So if there's something going on here that you would like to keep private, would you like me to have a conversation here on the lawn while I'm not in the house and Caroline is here with us? Would you like to have a long conversation out here on the lawn?
Now you're getting it.
Great.
Sorry, what I mean to say is that when you get to be my age, sometimes you get a little lonely.
I understand that.
And
everyone gets lonely, right? Right, Caroline? Right.
I thought Caroline and I had a connection when we were here, and I'm sorry. Obviously, I was wrong. I in many ways, and I didn't mean any harm. I'm just.
Caroline is not leaving, or she's not resisting any of this, but she is kind of giving you a evil eye a little bit, and
that's the look I know.
I think we're getting a condition here while you're keeping I think you have aroused the suspicions.
Yeah, that's fair.
Of the midwives.
Shocker.
Yeah. That's been a long time coming.
Yeah, she's just like, okay, I'm gonna sit here and play this game with you, but
okay, Sheriff Dalrymple,
I've got some of your hair. Say that again.
Sheriff Wyman. May I call you Wyman? I'm gonna call you Wyman.
Yeah.
If you could do a magic spell, what would you do? You'll be next, so go ahead and think about yours.
I don't know, like cutting someone in half, I guess.
Like if magic was real, you would slice someone in half.
Yeah, and then like walk between them and then put them back together and
Okay.
Right?
Not for that sounds like it's real murdery.
No, like a magic trick, right? Like cutting someone in half. And then have you ever been to a magic show? When I was a kid, I used to go to Atlantic City with my parents.
If you had
this is
magic,
probably after you.
for entertainment.
Yeah, I guess it's entertaining. Yeah, I guess because then you don't have to learn magic tricks or practice them or anything, and you could do a whole magic show, and like you could really make the Statue of Liberty disappear, right? And
Okay,
no
I have
one
several
would
follow-up
know.
questions.
No. Okay. While you're following up, Rue springs back awake upstairs.
Boink.
Boink.
So from this vision, like, do I have an approximate sensation of like where that was, like where this location is?
It must be somewhere along the shoreline.
I'm just like, do I have a sensation of like, I know a place, like where to start searching for something is what.
Yeah, you could probably like figure out a general area. I think like maybe heard like, oh, like in the cave there was like ocean sounds as well.
Okay, at that point I think I turned to Hyacinth back.
Oh,
You're still here, right?
yeah. I was going to throw in, did you see any plants outside the cave?
Ooh.
I'll tell you all about it.
What was your roll on the ritual again? I forgot.
It's a 10 total.
Yeah, you totally saw some sort of plants if that's useful.
I did. I'll tell you all about it, but first we should probably get out of here. And call Inez.
Please.
So basically, like as soon as we're back out of the house.
Are you taking the mask with you or leaving it there?
No, I'm leaving it there.
Okay.
That was my plan anyway. Yeah.
If we were thinking, we would have brought a facsimile mask and switched it in place.
A speculum.
Think these
It doesn't do anything.
We just
This is
use
a Ninja Turtle.
we just use speculums for replacement everything.
Oh God.
They can't be anything.
It's a pterodactyl.
But then once we're like, is there a path for us basically to get, somewhere off grounds?
Oh yeah.
Having
You
to
can.
share
Yeah. There's you look down the stairs. No one is in the foyer, and you're able to scamper back down to the kitchen. There is indeed a lemon cake fresh out of the oven with glaze cooling, and a couple cups of coffee on the table that look like they are lukewarm at this point, probably. But there's a lipstick around the rim of one of them. But you're able to make it out the back and away.
With the cake. No.
Yeah, I guess. Otherwise, it's all for naught.
As soon as we're like off the grounds, I would immediately call Inez with an actual telephone call. Our phone rings.
Oh, hold on, I gotta get this.
Hey, Inez, this is it's Rue.
Oh, Rue, hey, how are you doing?
Hey, Hyacinth and I just decided on a whim. We couldn't sleep. We're gonna have some late night tea. We thought we'd invite you over to come join us for late night tea.
Oh my gosh, you know what? I was just talking here to some friends of mine about how lonely I was feeling tonight. It's like you read my mind, Rue.
Is that Rue? Is that Rue you're talking to?
Yeah, do you want to talk to her?
No, it's okay. Is she?
What do you want me to tell her?
Is she somewhere safe? Is she okay?
The sheriff. Sorry. Well, the sheriff is here. The sheriff wants to know if you're safe.
Oh yeah, we're just getting together at my place for tea.
Yeah,
Great. She's not nearby anywhere. Good.
Oh, they're
Good to know.
place for tea.
Good to know. Great. No, I'm having coffee right here.
Oh, you could bring your coffee.
No, that's all right. As long as and Hyacinth is with her. Rue and Hyacinth are okay.
Oh yeah, I think sounds like Hyacinth is there.
Okay, great. I think it might be time for us to go back inside then. What do you think, Caroline?
So see you at my place for tea, Inez.
Bye.
Well, it's been really nice talking to you.
I mean, I have several questions about the particulars of the spell that you were talking about earlier.
That's right. Maybe we'll get together tomorrow for lunch or coffee or something, and we can talk things over.
My schedule's
I can.
pretty-
Yeah. Okay.
What about next week? Do you have next week on Tuesday? I have like an opening.
I'll call your secretary and make an appointment.
Don't mind doing like a late lunch. It'll go to voicemail.
Great. Okay.
The end. That's the end of the
Scene is over.
Scene is over.
Scene is over.
It will never end.
Great. Where are you meeting up?
Ruth's house, right? Or are we actually doing what
Oh,
we're
Well,
saying?
yeah, no, I think
signal to like meet you on your way out of the.
yeah, I mean, I think we start heading to my place, but you would know, we'd probably convert.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I'm just gonna start walking towards your house and assume that we're gonna meet.
I mean,
Nothing
worst
bad
case,
will happen.
worst case scenario, we'll meet at my house if we
Yeah.
can't manage to.
The worst thing that could happen is that we get a tiny bit lost and then we get turned back around. Dolores doesn't lose her job. How can we put Dolores at risk? Do that to her.
Yeah, does this mean we could have a cozy scene at
Absolutely,
Rue's
yeah,
house?
yeah.
I don't understand what wasn't cozy about
Now that it's like 1 in the morning.
that. You never sleep.
What does that look like?
Oh, I had no idea. Hold on. So that involves one of our activities, right?
Oh yeah, because I have a condition. I could use a clearing of it.
Oh, well, I mean,
I don't know that it would clear arousing suspicion though. That doesn't. I don't know that we can make narrative sense.
I think, yeah, we can make it work.
I was just gonna say, like, a logical thing for this scene would be, since my cozy activity is gardening, I've brought over some of my gardening or my like flora of the coast books, and we're kind of going through with Rue and trying to do an ID on different plants that she has
Oh yeah,
seen.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, because Rue has seen it, but you.
Yeah.
Does the general location that I got the sense of, how does that line up with? Because we also had the location we already got before,
Yeah, we
Like
have
a-
coordinates, right?
right? Like, if you compare those two, are they comparable?
You got the coordinates, and they were the location like around where the let me double check here. Sequence numbers. Oh yeah, where the U-boat was found.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And there was there was some connection to the Kreutz's yacht as well, like where that was. Oh yeah, because it was the wreckage was found around where their boat was anchored in the bay.
So is that
Oh,
area anywhere near this other general area I get a sense of?
Maybe. Tell me what the cozy scene looks like between you two. Is Inez there as well doing stuff?
Yeah, I think we're all there, right?
Yeah, I'd like to be because I have a
Oh,
condition.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just describe what you're all doing.
So yeah, I'd say Hyacinth has a small stack of tattered books with carefully ink drawn illustrations. And then there's like one volume that's just all vines and one that's all bushes, and there's several of flowers, and they're all pretty beaten up, old used copies of things. I would guess that we all have tea at this point. And
Mhm.
and I think yeah. And I think
cool.
Hyacinth is kind of asking the same questions a sketch artist might ask,
Right.
for identifying a person. And how many
I
of these? Were the edges
think,
serrated or smooth?
What Rue describes is kind of that the seagrass or dune grass. It's kind of like I'm trying to, if I can find a picture of it.
Oats.
Yeah, sea oats, that too. Kind of like this. Let me get a better picture of it. Yeah, there we go. Copy.
And also, did I hear any bird sounds while I was there?
No birds.
But I could describe some of those for Inez.
Well, there's no
Um,
birds. That's a very specific location as
that.
well.
Oh yeah, sometimes when the dog doesn't bark.
That's true. Very true.
Cool. And as you're as you're sort of describing it, I think we'll take that condition off of you for now.
For now.
For now, and
Until you arouse suspicion again.
Arouse suspicion again.
And you definitely, I think Hyacinth definitely knows where along the coast something like that might look.
Oh.
It is kind of near the bay, kind of like on the north side of the bay. like north of where it sort of curves around north of the pier, the wharf there.
And I guess since we have the Crown of the Void, there that we do have dark entities subtly revealing themselves in the scene.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
how
know.
do I think it's what's the wording?
Oh yeah.
During cozy vignettes or cozy moves, you must also narrate how dark entities subtly reveal themselves in the
Yeah.
scene.
My.
So I think each of you should add some darkness to the scene
Oh my.
since you all have it.
Okay, I'll say that Hyacinth plucks like a little folding map of the area and lays it out on a table and points, is talking about, oh, okay, well, if there are no birds and there's seagrass and it's on the coast, sea oats, and it's, Massachusetts sea oats, then those are only going to be right at, and she starts indicating the point that you were talking about geographically. And as we're looking at the map, a sort of jet black spot of ink seems to emerge over it.
Nice.
And spread. And we kind of blink a little bit and it's gone again, but
Nice.
But we know what we saw.
And as Inez is perusing the scientific names of the plants, she's noticing that many of the scientific names are many of the same goddesses that were shouted during the little circle thing we saw.
Nice.
Hecate is a strange name to pick for a genus.
And I think that while we're sitting here discussing this, we're all talking, and I have no awareness of this, but they see me kind of glaze over for a second, and then a whole different voice goes, "You need to stop trying to find us. It's not good for you. It will result in your doom." I'm unaware that even happened.
Oh no.
That's pretty good. Sweet. So that is an additional clue there. You're up to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're up to 9 clues.
All right, almost all of them.
Almost all 20 of them, was it?
Oh, wait, 20 for this one.
Oh.
Almost halfway there.
What are you up to next?
We should go to sleep at some point.
Probably.
Why haven't we slept? What's
Seems
wrong
like a
with
good time to sleep.
Y'all gonna crash at Rue's or at your respective houses?
I mean, you're all welcome to stay here if you
I
want.
imagine that we're all next door neighbors, but somehow
Yeah.
I just imagine 3 houses in a row that we like waited long enough in the town to buy
Pick all
the
them.
houses.
Yeah.
Yes.
But sometimes we still sleep over at each other's houses.
So we elaborately say our goodbyes and then just walk one door.
Actually, I think I would ask Inez if I could sleep over at her place, hoping maybe I'll have less creepy dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not gonna
It's like
happen.
I'm just spitballing here. Maybe if
Let's
I,
keep you away from that dream catcher.
yeah, maybe that'll help.
Wrong dream. My mother had a dream catcher she swore by, and I've kept it in a. I hate the thing, but like if you want to try it out, we can try it out. Or you can go dream catcherless. It's cool.
So we'll try anything at this point. Worst case scenario, I just have more creepy dreams.
Oh no. And it instead focuses as a dream lens to create
Oh, no.
maximum intensity.
Yeah, so Rue definitely falls asleep and almost immediately drops into a dream again. And you are sort of like, so the dream is unnerving in that it kind of starts with you jolting awake in the attic again with Hyacinth there, as if you had just come back from the astral traveling again. And it takes you a minute to be like, am I dreaming? Am I still, did I go back in time? What happened here? And Hyacinth looks at you and says, is everything okay? And like as you sort of respond in whatever way you do, she kind of like looks away, and when she turns back, it's Caroline,
No.
and she is holding the mask in her hand that you had on your face, and lets it go, and the mask just floats between you, and you're sort of connecting eyes through the eyes in the mask. And
Which way is it facing, me or her?
it looks like it's facing you, but it's hard to say
Interesting.
that you would not see the face if you walked around it. And as your eyes connect, you like blink, and she's right in front of you, and
And we kiss passionately.
she touches your face. She like puts her hands over your forehead and sort of like does the creepy like the face off thing
Face-off
that
thing.
John Travolta does. She says, "You've worn my mask, and now I know you. I'll be seeing you soon,
Oh no.
and so will Mother." And then she like puts her hand over your face again, and it goes black, and that's when you wake up. And the kids are chirping in the morning. Smell. I know it's probably made some coffee or tea in the morning.
Attempted to. Yeah.
We have to roll for that.
Oh no.
I'm kidding.
I
Good,
made
'cause
bread.
I don't know. Is that
And
something
banana
that
tea?
is that's a question. Is that something that like does that cause Rue fear when that happens?
I don't feel like at this point. I feel like she's kind of all in at this point where she's like, oh, that's to be expected. Whatever.
She's had so many creepy dreams about this.
Yeah.
I feel like this point is just the norm, and she's like battle hardened, full in on this whole magic thing. Yeah. There was a risk using the mask. Whatever. Cool. Find us. That'll save us the trouble of finding you.
Now we definitely know where the thing's gonna happen.
Exactly. It's gonna happen wherever I am.
Yeah, it just comes to us. We've solved the mystery.
Get it done. Great. What do y'all do in the morning?
Did we try and find this mystery location that I envisioned?
Yeah, you want to go on a little
Field trip.
field trip to the seashore?
I was hoping to get a time or a means, but apparently we're just gonna keep working on location.
Yeah. And if you like, so this works the same as the other mysteries and stuff. If you can kind of like justify any or all of those things from clues that you have, you can definitely use those in the roll.
Yeah, maybe if we go to the location, it'll give us clues as to the time and the other thing that we're supposed to find that I'm
The
forgetting.
means.
Means.
Time, location, and means.
We could get our friend with a boat.
Ooh, which friend with a boat? Oh,
The one that's our
Oh.
actual friend and not.
Yeah.
But we don't have to. Gary has a boat too, but he probably needs some time to heal.
Rue, let's make a you know what? Let's make a meddling move for you
Mhm.
with sensitivity.
Just a standard.
Yeah.
All right.
Unless there's something else you want to use with that.
What am I doing? Is this for trying to find the place?
Yeah, this is for how close we get to coming to the place. Oh,
I don't suppose the dream catcher would come in handy for that.
you talk me into it.
You're looking really handsome today, Mark. You want me to bring you any cookies? I accidentally poured some water on the cookies earlier. Also, sorry. I was watering my plants.
You mean my item Dreamcatcher, Peter? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
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 My weekend not Dreamcatcher?
Right.
Yeah, we can not dream
You
catcher.
Got
Not
that in
appropriated.
place. I don't know if that would help you.
I think it would.
somehow
You know what? I
focus
feel
on
like
the
it
dreams
would.
that you had.
Because you know, Dreamcatcher's those little feathers hanging down. I feel like
Mhm.
we can hold it up in the wind.
Use it for a little dowsing kind
Yeah,
of thing.
Yeah, little like
Maybe it
dowsing
catches
rod.
your dreams and stores them.
Yeah.
It's like a USB drive for dreams.
All with it.
All right, check it off and roll with advantage.
A 10 again.
Nice, perfect. Yeah,
You're rolling.
so that's pretty good. Yeah, great. So the three of you, sort of like, how are you getting to the shore up there?
Oh, right. Are we going to get Carrie to drive us?
Does any of us have a car? We just in our world, I think we don't have.
Are we all stealing bicycles?
Can we please? Let's steal-
You totally can.
Except-
There is no gang of you.
Except Inez warns you about several of the bikes because several of the bikes are unusable because they're weird.
I think we didn't realize we're stealing. We'd heard about these no programs around towns where they have those bikes that you can just get and use around town, and we thought that applied to all bikes.
Or maybe Inez just has like half a dozen bikes in her yard that is like parked out front.
Like, oh, I thought all bikes posted in public were just for public use.
Yeah,
it's kind of like B-cycle.
like Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you, the three ladies, bike over to past the wharf where the tourists are. Along there's like a little boardwalk, like not a boardwalk, like like a sidewalk that goes along the ocean beach sidewalk rest of town, like that, kind of like the one at like Venice Beach or whatever. And it sort of transitions to a dirt path that you are able to sort of bike along for a while, and maybe you leave the bikes at the trailhead or walk them along with you, whichever.
We
you
got
prefer.
me and Julio down by the schoolyard playing as we.
Yeah. It's very symmetric framing. And Rue gets off the bike and sort of like holding the dream catcher, and the wind kind of blows the feathers and whatnot in a direction, and Rue's just kind of like following her instincts.
Oh, I do have that spell called the Wayfinder.
Oh, Rue is the Wayfinder already.
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Yeah.
If this doesn't work though, that's a good.
I've already done a lot of magic.
I mean, it would be good to reuse at least one of the spells we've already made.
No, we have a rule.
And you find the like you find the entrance to some sort of cave or something, and there's it's sort of partly concealed by that seagrass, and you can see like there's someone has chiseled squares in the rock, and there's old faded beer cans, and like
somebody's drawn a dick because
there's a dick on it.
There's always a dick,
but it looks like you can see from the just from like the way the plants are around it, it looks like no one has been at least hanging out there anytime recently.
Well, this looks worth investigating.
And you definitely get a clue from that.
This could also be a really cool. If it's not it could also be a really cool place to hold a reading club. If it's not actually haunted, it looks haunted though.
And and on the just inside of the cave entrance, there is an old bicycle.
Damn kids.
And the tires on it, it looks like it's been there for a while, but the tires are just slashed to ribbons, like someone just murdered the tires. Like not just slashed like in music. Yeah.
Fair. Inez comes clean about being the usually the bike thief.
Yeah, this is a bike that Inez has never seen before in town. Like it's definitely not one of the kids' bikes.
He blamed on the bicycle gang because, well, I have a confession. Remember how I was doing dark favors for apparently Sheriff Dalrymple? One of them was to do some of the stuff with the bicycle stuff. And then also I just got a little carried away. It got kind of fun. But this one I didn't do. I've never seen this bike.
Oh, and Inez, you have a voicemail
Oh no.
on your phone.
But the sheriff. Okay. Oh no.
Cool. Are you checking the voicemail or saving it for later?
Yeah, let's listen to the voicemail.
The voicemail is from like 4 a.m, and it is from Sheriff Dalrymple, and he says, "Sorry, I didn't mean to frighten you last night. I was trying to understand what Caroline's involvement was with the midwives, and it turns out that she is entirely unconnected, and she is just a normal, average, boring resident of Brindlewood Bay. And I don't think there's any reason to investigate her anymore.
Oh no. Sheriff.
So I'm going to go back to
got
bed now, and it might be time for me to take a vacation. I think all of this has sort of worn on my nerves a little bit. So Caroline and I are gonna go, I don't know, we'll get an Airbnb somewhere. So I'll probably out of touch for a while. You should probably take a vacation too. I think we all need a little bit of rest. Okay, I'll see you when I see you. Beep.
Oh no. I've been playing it on speakerphone for everyone.
Yeah.
And
his voice is definitely sort of like monotone and dreamy kind of.
Oh no. He's gotten magic bamboozled.
Yeah, witched.
Oh, that's the actual term. Well, we never could really rely on him anyway. This doesn't. As long as he doesn't get Dolores or Gary, we're fine. We'll
Sounds
have
like
to
a
rescue
promotion for
him.
Dolores.
We will have to rescue him, I guess. But
Yeah. First things first.
first thing,
Yeah, I think Akiko is trotting forward into the cave, and so Hyacinth is following after.
Nice. Is Hyacinth looking for clues or whatnot in there?
I think Hyacinth is probably looking for trying to see if there's that charcoal circle that
Yeah.
Rude mentioned.
Yeah. The cave does not go back too far. It's a natural cave. It's not been worked or anything, so it's kind of irregular and gets really cramped and narrow. You have to sort of scooch down and crawl a little bit at one point, and then it kind of opens up into this larger. It's not round. It's kind of it's got a low ceiling, like 5 feet, 5.5 feet maybe. So you sort of have to hunch a little bit, and there is a place. There's not a circle there now, but there's definitely a place that is like there has been activity around it in the center of it. Do you want to poke around some more?
Does this feel like the place I saw?
Yeah, Rue, this is definitely the place that you were at.
So this is definitely the place.
did you use the blood sketch?
Blood etch a sketch.
I want to get a meddling move from Hyacinth, and since Akiko was poking around ahead of you, do advantage there. And I think this is with sensitivity too.
Oh no!
I'm sorry. Let's do it with reason, because you're poking around physically here.
Okay, I'm going to roll 3d6 on Google. I have a 6 and a 6 and a 2. My reason is 1. I guess that gets us another void event or something.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So, but you do, like Rue described, there is stuff around the, outside of it, and it looks, not like, kids hanging out there drinking or whatever. There's, sort of not backpacks, but like little bundles, like as if someone was traveling and had some essentials in there, snacks, water, towel, a knife, stuff like that. There's a pouch that is outside, on the outside of one of the packs, and there's a small cylindrical glass vial, like 6 inches or so a test tube sized, a little bit bigger around, and inside there's something red, and it looks like a red powder, but when you move it around, it kind of like congeals together and moves like liquid, and then as it settles, it sort of dries into dust again. It looks like blood, as if blood had been drawn into like a test tube kind of thing.
Yeah.
But the way it's moving is
Is it a non-Newtonian blood?
non-Newtonian. That's what I was looking for. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sort of like anti-non-Newtonian. It's like, yeah. It's like,
So
it's
Newtonian.
like,
wait.
yeah, dried blood that moves like liquid.
Okay.
And that is a clue.
Okay.
Let's drink it.
Drink the blood. Drink the
Drink the
blood.
blood. This is where it turned into a game of vampire.
Yeah. There's shadows. What's your light source in here?
That's a good question. I imagine Hyacinth. I don't think she would carry any sort of flashlight or anything, so I think she has some like Turkish phone app for a flashlight that is, of course, sending all of her data to a data farm somewhere in Eastern Europe.
Just a strobe light.
Yeah, it's like lit and then it strobes occasionally and changes colors.
Yeah, you all knew that you were heading to look for a cave, so you each probably have some sort of something
like
appropriate.
Lightly playing some Turkish pop song and occasionally changing lights on the flashlight.
I just imagine that like Hyacinth also has done so many like adventures and also has like a headlamp but isn't using it.
No, it's not even on. She's wearing it but has forgotten about it. No.
What's Rue's light source?
Phone. Use your phone flashlight.
Where is everyone standing in this cave area?
Not anywhere where we're gonna get
as Hyacinth
blasted by stuff. Because I figure Hyacinth is right there wherever the packages are and is trying to get Akiko to stop pawing at the dried blood.
Rue's maybe checking out the circle area. Probably.
Yeah, making sure, expecting it to bow up. It's like,
yeah, it's just
it's
flat,
not right. It's not bowing up.
Granite, flat granite. It's not smooth or anything, but it's a flattish granite.
But it doesn't look like something trying to push up through a piece of rubber.
Yeah. Where's Inez?
I imagine Inez is hanging out with Rue, reassuring Rue that it is not poking up. I think Rue called me over and was like, I need you to like look at this. Make sure it's not.
It's kind of dark, shadows play tricks on the eye.
Trying to reassure Rue that there's.
Yeah, the shadows kind of are like you're reassuring Rue, and you're like, look, there's nothing there. And kind of, as you're gesturing, Rue's phone is kind of moving around a little bit, and it kind of looks like the shadows are sort of pooling up a little bit, and you swear the shadow is kind of like forming like a human shape. It's standing behind Rue, and it reaches out to put its hands on either side of her head.
Hmm.
Inez, what are you afraid that shadow thing is gonna do to Rue?
I think it's gonna take Rue.
Yeah, I think
Hit it with water people.
even worse, it's going to possess Rue.
No, not Rue. I like her.
Yeah. Let's have
I am the most in touch with the shadow world.
Yeah.
Inez, let me get a night move from you with sensitivity.
Oh, great. Well, good thing I did the trivia because now I got one. Where did my dice go? There. Night move. Oh, yeah. I rolled a 10 plus 1, 11.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
Thank you.
Great. So the Rue, your vision goes dark as Inez, you see this thing behind Rue sort of put its hands on either side of his head, and the fingers go over her face and start pulling. How do you stop it?
I do not consent.
No, you do not.
I mean, I think my first instinct without thinking is to like move Rue out of the way. To get us
Whatever you try is going to succeed here, so you can.
Oh well,
It can be as ridiculous as we want.
Yeah.
Oh yes, so let me.
He tickles the shadow monster.
Yeah, let me begin again. I'm just trying to think of what Inez would do though.
Oh yeah.
What do I have in my hand?
I know the shadow says you're a liar.
Don't call me a liar.
Yeah, and Inez, as you sort of like see it do that, the shadow
First
and
the
you
shadow.
you can see it has kind of like the demon baby thing from Game of Thrones. It has Caroline's face on it.
Oh, maybe I'm trying to like disperse it, like
Just
like,
kind of like
mess it up. Get it.
Blowing on it.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
or maybe with your light, try and.
Yeah, because I think I have like a little camping light.
Oh yeah. Like just
Oh.
like put the light in its head, kind of, and yeah. So Rue, you can feel like the shadows becoming more tangible and pulling at your face, and as you know, Inez sort of like shoves this light like over your head, and it starts getting weaker, and you can go forward and move out. The shadow is still there, though.
All right.
Hyacinth, there's a ruckus behind you. What are y'all doing?
What are we gonna do with this?
Oh, let's see. I mean,
I think we should call the water
Yeah.
people to take it to its
Take it to its
depths.
depth, or we could be friends with it.
You can definitely do that. Yeah, you could try and bind it.
What if we try to make
But
it our thing and send it back after Caroline?
Well, that's
Ooh.
really I want Caroline to pay in some way, form.
Yeah. What if we change its face from Caroline's face to one of our faces?
Ooh.
Nothing bad happened.
Now you're thinking
Yeah.
like now you're thinking like a witch.
I know. I'm all in now.
do we need a new spell now?
Yeah, I
just
think
need
so.
to get in touch with my emotional side.
Inez, roll occult move plus sensitivity.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What am I doing plus sensitivity?
Yep.
All right. Okay. I rolled a 9 plus 10.
Witchy
I
woman.
rolled a 10.
You rolled a 10? Cool. What's
Wait,
the name
no,
of
sorry. I rolled a. That's not how numbers work. I rolled an 8 plus a 1 is a 9. I rolled a
There's
9.
a 9. Cool. Great. Mark a crown of the void.
Oh,
So you're
I'm
on the
barreling towards.
chariot now.
No.
You're on the pallid mask. Oh my.
What does it do to me?
So during any intimate conversation with another character,
Oh,
you must make
no.
a casual reference to death, dying, the afterlife, or the end of all things, no matter what subject you're talking about.
I'm sure I'm gonna sneak that in there. No problem.
What's the name of this spell you just did?
Oh, no.
It's called Face Off.
Nice.
Face off.
The face off of something, and you put a new face onto something.
So are you putting your face on the shadow thing?
Yeah, I'm gonna put my face on it so that it goes after and then she sees my face.
What is it? How does it look when you do that?
It's a very self-satisfied face. Oh, how does it look when I do that?
Yeah.
I thought not the face.
No, what does the spell look like?
I'm grabbing my face and then like a shadow comes off.
Oh, like you're taking a shadow mask off, kind of.
Taking a shadow mask off, and I put my shadow mask on and take her shadow mask off and put mine on, and then I take her shadow mask and I crumble it up.
Cool. So you you pull the shadow mask off and put it on the thing. The shadow thing has your face on it now.
Yeah.
And it looks sort of like confused for a minute, and then like determined, and sinks back into the ground.
Oh no!
I'm sure that's right.
What could go wrong?
And in your hand, you are holding a wooden mask.
Oh, the student has become the master.
Well, now we have one of these.
Well, and more importantly, hopefully that means Caroline doesn't.
Yeah, maybe this is yeah. And maybe if we need to like sneak into one of their meetings where everyone's got masks on, we can have it.
Got a spare.
I'm gonna put it far away though.
Put it in your medical bag.
Put it in my medical bag.
I'm gonna add this to the clue list, actually. A wooden mask.
Oh,
Oh well, I'm definitely gonna have it a clue.
And it's definitely Caroline's wooden mask.
sweet.
Got her lipstick on.
Take that, witch.
Yeah. If Rue like inspects it closely,
I had
you
it
know,
on my face earlier.
if it is not the same one, if it is not the same one that was up there, it is
Oh.
like a exact replica. Like you can tell, even little bits that are worn off or scratches or whatever. Like that is definitely the one that you had on before.
Yep. Good job. I think you took her mask.
Well,
And you have 12 clues now,
It's a real winner move there.
8 more.
which would be a +2 if you want to try to
Solve it now.
help it now.
Sounds like you're trying to pressure us, and we're
I'm offering an opportunity.
I'll see how far this pony will ride. Let's just go off into the end of days.
We don't
I
want the
can
game
see
to
that.
end, so we refuse to solve the final mystery.
We just want oblivion. Isn't that what all mavens truly want? In their heart?
Oblivion.
We may read murder mysteries, but what we really want is to embrace
Sweet
Socialism.
release of death.
It's occurred to me, did your vision of the ceremony, Rue, include any indication of a time of day? Or was it completely enclosed in the cave and couldn't really tell?
When I did the mask travel thing,
Yeah.
well, I mean, I traveled to the place. I didn't just immediately go there. So I would have, but was I traveling, or at least to my knowledge, did it seem like I was traveling at the time of day? It actually was right then when I was doing it.
It's hard to tell because you were,
Okay.
you were kind of, astral has
Yeah,
sort of
yeah,
a different mode, like it doesn't correspond to human
Yeah.
time. So it's
Okay.
hard to
Yeah.
tell if it was then or before or like sideways.
Right. So yeah, unsure. Unsure.
Wait, do we have 5 O'Clock Stranger, a romance novel by Vivian LeFay with midwives schedule written? Do we remember any details about that? I was just casting
think that-
about for ways,
that was-
like if it says this time we were doing this ceremony.
I think that was from a boat friend. What's his name?
Boat friend.
Boat friend. I had it up here somewhere. Thurgood, was it?
Oh, friend.
Yeah, Thurgood, the boat friend. Yeah, so he had yeah, he had written like the times,
Okay.
the regular times that the things have had, and you could probably project from there.
See if there's some sort of pattern to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we like have a location that's the U-boat coordinates. And so we just need, and means might, like you might, Rue, have seen the way that that's going to happen. And in that case, we would just need a time and date, I guess.
And I'm wondering if we can justify anything.
I'm just still
Yeah.
confused as well about like we have the coordinates, but then like I mean, not that this matters because obviously if we roll, we solve it. Whatever we say is right. So,
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
But I'm still like, we have this. Is the location this cave or is the location the coordinates? Because this cave definitely has a weird thing going on with the whole things pushing up through
Yeah.
the floor. I thought that was going to be this is the location because I thought that was kind of symbolic of Mother Nothing pushing up from the void,
Mhm.
coming into
Yeah.
reality.
Well, in that case, should we check out the U-boat location? I'm sorry to keep sending us around for.
Yeah.
I
No.
like just running after stuff.
No, I
that-
mean I definitely
I think it makes a lot of sense.
that's one of the other clues we have to check out. Otherwise,
So we need to check back with Thurgood is what I'm hearing.
I want to hang out with Thurgood again as well.
Inez again. I think you have another voicemail that has come up while you had
I
been
gotta stop
poking
getting
around.
my phone out. All right. I got another voicemail while we were in the cave. Let's
you had no signal inside the cave, I guess.
Yeah.
blowing up all of a sudden, very popular.
And it's from Gary.
Uh-oh.
Gary.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
I hope he's okay. I hope he got in touch with Jacqueline.
Do we listen to it?
Yeah, press play. Not doing anything.
Hey, Inez. I tried calling Hyacinth, but I just got a weird. I didn't understand. Some
Phone
I think
tree.
it's Korean. I don't know. And I don't think I have his number. So it's just you. You guys were here last night, and you disappeared. So I wondered if something happened.
Oh, that's a
to
good
you.
point.
The tea kettle was out still, and I don't know if like you did like a spell to go into the kettle or so. I don't know. I looked in there and you weren't in. I don't know. I'm really confused now.
Okay,
So
should
if
we
you're still
convince
around,
Gary that we're inside the kettle?
Yes or yes.
let me know that you're okay, and or maybe you just went out for you. Probably I woke up. I slept a long time. I had my little eye mask on because my windows, my curtains aren't really. I need to get new curtains because it's really sunny in there. I just wake up in the morning all the time. But yeah, so y'all probably left before I got up. That makes the most sense. So if you're okay, call me back. It's I don't know, must be like around lunchtime now. So I'm gonna go get lunch somewhere, I guess. I'll let you know if you want to join me. Give me a call, and if you need help or anything, give me a call and just let me know that you're okay and not like shrunk or something somewhere.
I think I'm calling
Or
Gary while this is
teleported.
playing at this point. I'm just like dialing him.
I-
Not
we
waiting for
should've
the end
brought-
of this.
We should have brought Gary last night. He would have been way better at Caroline's.
Oh no.
Rue, Gary picks up. Hey, is this Rue? This is Rue. I don't know this phone number.
This
So it's
is
gotta be
yes,
Rue.
Gary's Rue.
Are you guys okay?
We're all three
Are
here.
you regular size?
Yeah,
Get us out of the kettle!
Oh my God, are you in the kettle? Oh no.
Gary, don't boil
I
the
made
kettle,
some-
Gary.
I made some
Don't
coffee
boil the
already
kettle.
though. Oh no.
Don't pour us out!
We're kidding, Gary. We're kidding. We're in a cave, actually.
You're in a cave?
Way
Why
better.
are you in a where's their cave?
There's a cave down by the water. I astrally traveled here using a wooden mask of Caroline's.
You what?
Rue is so honest.
Are Inez and Hyacinth with you?
Yeah, no, I mean,
They actually-
after I astrally traveled, then the three of us physically traveled here today.
You guys gotta teach me how to do that sometime. That sounds really cool.
You can do it, Gary. You're strong like a bear.
What? Oh yeah. Do you I was just going out to get some chili. If you wanna do you want me to get you some
Well, we
soup or
actually have
something?
girls, you want any soup?
Yeah,
Really?
let's
Yes.
get some for Thorogood too, Gary.
Okay.
Yeah, and we're gonna meet up with our friend Thurgood. Maybe you want to meet up with us and go. We're gonna go check out some coordinates out on the sea.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to Superman and get like I don't know, like three containers of chowder and some shit. What is Thurgood? Does Thurgood like soup? Is he vegetarian?
Anybody know what Thurgood likes soup wise?
Ooh, maybe get one of each thing.
Chowder.
Okay.
I mean, I think chowder's probably good.
Probably chowder. He's a
He's a
fisherman.
man of the sea.
Okay, 4 chowders and a chili. Where should I meet?
How
Where
is
should I
your
meet y'all?
health? Are you okay to do this?
No, I'm not okay. I had a weird dream where the lady was trying to dance with me or something, and like I reached through her chest, and like my arm got stuck, and I don't remember. And I had like a bird, and I let it go, but it was like a fish. I don't remember. It was. Maybe I should not have chili. I'm just gonna get 5 chowders.
That's a good
I'm
idea.
fine. I'm fine. Where should I meet you?
At the dock, I guess.
That's a dock, yeah.
Okay,
Is that
great.
headed to the dock
Let's cut to the dock with
with chowder.
Gary has like a to-go container with like 6 of the like.
Oh, I'm famished.
I was wondering if they might
Whole
have
Foods.
given him just a giant.
Just like the white cardboard containers of
Family
like,
style.
Just a Home Depot bucket.
With a
And then
bunch of
few
spoons.
disposals.
and yeah, each one has your name on it and friend on the other one. Boat friend. Just put boat friend on it.
Oh, friend.
Friend.
Cool. We're here at the dock. Here's your chowder. I got spoons and napkins for y'all.
Awesome, Gary, you're the best.
I forgot to get drinks, but I have water in the boat if you want to just
by the way, Gary,
yeah.
Sheriff Dalrymple might be under the spell of a witch. So
What?
We don't know. I would not trust him for a while till we
Wait,
can
what?
investigate that further.
He's under the spell of a witch.
He might be. He was
You know
okay last night, but he was with Carolyn, and then this morning he was all like, "Oh, I don't think we should investigate the midwives anymore. It's all cool. I'm going on vacation."
Maybe we should develop a code to make sure that none of us are under the spell of a witch.
It's a good idea.
Okay, what kind of code?
What's something that
We know that other people don't.
we know that a possessed version of ourselves wouldn't know?
Well, all the details of the Golden Crown mysteries.
Oh, I guess I should start reading those. Okay.
Oh, but that leaves Gary out. But
Yeah, it leaves Gary out.
I got some on my Kindle app, so I started reading some. It's
Okay, Gary, you got to finish those soon.
oh, that's where the bird is from. That's the bluebird of murder. Yeah, I was reading that one last night as well. That was really weird. Yeah.
There we go. Well, that'll be your sign, Gary. If we ever
Okay.
ask you
During her art
if we ever
phase.
ask you what's your favorite bird,
Bluebird of murder.
that's your answer.
Okay. Got it. Yeah. I guess
Yes, Gary. Hey, Gary, what's your favorite bird?
a bluebird of murder. Bluebird of murder.
Yeah, there
Yes,
you go.
Gary.
Bluebeard of murder. Great. So I'm gonna say I'm not really super hungry. I'm gonna save my chili for later. Chowder for later. I hope they didn't give me chili. Did I ask for chili instead of chowder?
Oh my god,
No, I got chowder. Okay.
so much.
So am I taking you somewhere in the boat? Is that what you were saying? We need to find coordinates somewhere? Or but where's your boat friend?
Are we
Where's your
waiting
boat-
for a boat friend? Is that the plan?
We know how to find him.
Yeah,
I figured he's like a magical dog. We just like hope for him, and he
Did he
should.
give us? We gave him a business card. I guess he did. Did he give us one as well?
No.
I mean, we can always
He's
just
on
says-
the.
So
He
Thurgood
has,
Bryant
uh,
on the boat.
But he has
can
a
always
radio on the boat, right?
He does have a radio on the boat. Yeah.
Gary can always get the police boat, right?
Yeah. The police boat is there. You can grab it.
Yeah, but that's not Thurgood's boat.
Hmm.
We could radio him.
I mean, yeah, we could get in the police boat, start heading for the cords, and tell Thurgood we're heading for those coordinates.
Okay. That sounds
Yeah,
good.
that way if Thurgood's busy and doesn't have time for us.
Who wants to radio Thurgood? Gary's driving.
Wasn't Hyacinth Thurgood's best friend?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's right. Yeah,
Hyacinth is on it.
Yeah.
cool. Who is giving Gary the coordinates?
Coordinates, right? I guess I can, right?
Okay.
remember.
Let's make a meddling roll.
Oh my.
Then with, I think it's going to be reason because you're trying to find a place.
Reason. Can I stand dashingly at the front of the ship with my swirly coat?
I don't know if that's going to help with the coordinates.
All right. Fair
You
enough.
can.
You can. I mean, I'm not going to stop you.
I rolled a 10. Apparently, I'm just going to roll 10s all day today.
All right.
Total of 10. 9 plus 1.
Yeah. So you get the coordinates there. Rue, what? So this, looks like it may be around the area where the Kreutz's yacht was moored, anchored. What about this? What about this particular spot in the bay? Sort of sends shivers up your spine.
The fact that, like, you look around, the ocean's always moving and moving, but there seems to be this radius right around where we are that's perfectly still, like glass.
Yeah, like a circular radius right around where you are.
Just like a flat glass top almost. So still.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So that is, I think that's your clue for that. Still water.
Creepy. And I think there's not wind either.
Yeah.
Like right when we're in it, it's just eerie.
Completely becalmed.
Hyacinth, what's going to happen if Thurgood doesn't show up?
We're gonna have too much chowder.
Yes.
That is the worst.
Let's see. Yeah, because we hadn't really established what we needed Thurgood for if Gary has a police boat.
Friendship.
Friendship.
Just,
Could we say that, no, this is dumb, but say that Thurgood had some means of, like, some sort of sonar system so he could give us a really good picture of what's below the surface of the water there. And that might give us more information about the site.
Yeah, he does deep sea fishing. So he definitely.
Yeah. Maybe he has some sort of submersible camera or something as well.
Let's roll a day move. Oh, go ahead.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, I was just saying he has a lot of tools for investigating the site, and without Thurgood, all we get is what we have just seen on the surface.
Yeah, cool. Let's roll with presence, I think. That's
okay. So presence.
Friendship.
A 0. So I'm rolling 2d6, I guess.
Yep.
Friendship.
And that's a 1 and a 1 equals 2 plus 0 equals 2.
Perfect.
Thurgood is dead.
Thurgood is approaching, and then the ship blows up.
So we're never gonna be friends.
He actually responds on the radio to Hyacinth.
Oh no.
And yeah, he's like, I'm headed your way, but it's it got dark all of a sudden. Is it dark where you are? Did the clouds come out?
Oh no.
It's real, and it kind of breaks up. It's like I can't see. It's what's that? And then it goes silent.
We have to rescue him.
Immediately, yeah, we have to rescue. Everything's changed now.
This is our mission. Who the fuck cares about the sheriff? But
they're good. Oh God.
You currently have a +3 to solve too, if you want to do that.
They keep trying to push us to solve.
Just letting you know your odds.
And then what do we have to get? What is
Place,
the difficulty level?
Place, time, and method is 10. So you have 13 clues right now.
So we have to roll a 7 or higher.
Yeah.
So that's like a 2/3. No.
I have been only rolling 7s.
I'm rolling only 10s, but I feel like that's got that luck's got to run out sooner or later. Got to roll a 2 next time.
You need to roll a 4 or higher.
Oh, that's not very high.
Oh, to
You got
solve this.
Yeah, you got your 2 out of the way. So.
Oh, So we could. Okay. Yeah, I'll have Hyacinth say, I think I know when the ceremony is happening. Because I think Thurgood just sailed right into it.
Yeah.
Mm.
It does seem that way.
And to get Sheriff Dalrymple out of the way right at the time also makes a lot of sense.
Makes total sense.
It's happening.
It all fits together.
all fits
So-
together.
It's happening right now.
And what's the method? What do you think they're doing to?
Gary, we can explain this to you perfectly.
Yes. I'm so glad
I
you
don't
got-
understand any of this. Tell me what's happening, or I'm not going anywhere.
Oh, no.
I'm going to sit here and eat my chowder until I understand.
There's a giant tub. There's
We
a
found
bucket
a
of
lot of
chowder
clues.
here.
And I'm going to eat Thurgood's too, since he's dead probably.
We have a lot of clues that are circles and blood. So it involves a circle of blood.
Right, I'm gonna make a copy of this so I can check these off. Well,
The-
first off,
The slashing of the bicycle tires symbolizes slashing.
And you can also dismiss things if you want to.
Oh, yes.
hmm,
Yeah, they can be included or dismissed.
Yeah.
okay, I'll throw in that, yeah, this ceremony is something that they've tried to do before. This was during, like, we remember how the Third Reich was obsessed with the occult. And they knew that Brindlewood Bay was a center of power for this, which is why they sent a U-boat all the way out here, was just to perform the circle ceremony, which they did deep under the water, but it went wrong, wrecking the boat and leaving that permanent circle there in the sea. That's a place where the boundary between our world and Mère Rien is very thin. And so we already see nature starting to break down there. Is my first thing. So that's how I'm explaining the still water at the coordinates. But what they're really going to do it is the vision that Rue had in the cave.
And children are really sensitive to these sorts of boundaries. So both the photo of the children marked out were children that were lost as a previous lighthouse keeper, in a similar way to the child showing up in the lighthouse, because the lighthouse also has iffy boundaries.
So she probably sleepwalked to it,
Yeah.
because we all know that these things come to us in dreams. And so it already had a certain amount of control over her.
All right, what else we got? Mask?
What else? The seagrass near the cave is just seagrass. I'm afraid but it was really helpful for finding the cave. But it doesn't tell us more about.
It's an important part of keeping the dunes intact.
Yes. The sequence of numbers is for the U-boat coordinates. So that was where they tried this the first time. I'll point out that 5 o'clock stranger, the pattern of events there, there is a pattern that somehow, let's say that the events that he was chronicling were getting closer and closer together. And if you map that out to the end, it kind of converges on this day every year.
And I think the magic circle in the cave, I think that's where Mère Rien will actually finally break through. That's not where the final ceremony is. Like I think they had little ceremonies at different locations. They're now on the final one, and if they complete that, then she will emerge from in that cave. That's the location where she will emerge from.
Oh, yeah.
So it's probably like, if we were to map it, there'd probably be the cave, and then there's probably some kind of pattern around the cave of the locations of where they had to do things. In a circle, most likely.
So I'm gonna copy paste the clues in the chat that I think we still don't have an explanation for. If it will let me. There we go.
Oh yeah, Eleanor's suicide note.
Yeah, I think the shotgun and the note are just probably
Color.
not part of that. They're like, oh, this is just connecting Eleanor to the.
Yeah,
to
that
the
led
cult.
us to Eleanor's connection.
I think the blood-soaked rug was actually from one of the previous arms of the ritual.
Oh, because the lighthouse is clearly a site of great power for this.
And so,
And
yeah,
so-
that was one of the things they had to do, was probably some kind of blood sacrifice.
They had done their first one of their blood rituals there. Okay.
Although that makes me wonder, like, if Eleanor was a puppet,
Oh,
that's what we're seeing there. Like, Eleanor was one of these puppets, maybe the lost child
yeah.
may have also been to look at us.
They've clearly started, like what we learned from the sheriff's call was that they've started controlling people one by
The
one.
mask is implicated in that too.
Mhm.
And where did we found the vial of blood in this cave, right?
Yeah. Of mysteriously altered blood. And that's probably part of it, right? They get the blood, they do some sort of magic to it to change its physical state.
I'm feeling just from what you said, though, that's probably indicative. I think maybe that was not left here intentionally. Someone dropped it. I think those weird vials of the dusty blood, that's how they can, when they control somebody.
Oh, so
vial
maybe
of control.
Maybe the old bicycle is like from the last time they tried to do the ritual, which might have been a while ago. Like
And
maybe
it went wrong.
Yeah.
And I think that's everything.
Some creature came out instead and slashed the tires, and
Yeah,
then
maybe.
became the mayor of Monkey Point. And the dog, who is a mayor of Buggy Point, is actually a changeling.
Exactly where
come back, and is one of those like chameleon alien forms waiting for its master to come back.
I think that's gonna be like after the actual series finale of
Post-credit
Brindlewood
scene.
Bay,
Yeah.
Post-credit scene is Mayor Dog like looking towards the camera and I'm like
infinite rows of teeth.
Narful thing.
Yeah.
All right.
I think that is all the
I
clues.
think that's everything. Who would like to roll for it?
I think I would like to.
Yeah.
All right.
Make it happen.
Make it.
2d6. I'm
2d6.
sorry, I don't have my dice here. I don't know what happened to them. Roll 2d6. Coming up on the Google. A 6 and a 2.
Plus 3 is 11, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Plus 3. Oh yeah.
Right. So so the time is now, you were saying, because of the Thurgood.
Yeah, because of the Thurgood call and because of
Yeah.
extrapolating from the patterns in the schedule written in the
And
book.
it's also like really convenient for story.
And if we know what time is now and we know it's because he stumbled into it, we can use your spell to find him. Your tracky spell thing.
Actually, as you're explaining all this,
Tracky spells.
explaining all of this to Gary, you see it looks like a cold front coming in from the north, but it is just a wall of mist sort of approaching, and before you can, Gary's like, what's that? And it just envelops the area, and the fog is thick as your chowder, as they say.
Is it as tasty?
No, it is definitely not. In fact, it doesn't feel like it is. It's all like ghost foggy, but it feels dry. The air feels like you're in a desert almost. And
pretzels are making me thirsty.
And what are you doing when that happens?
I'm scooping up some seawater in my canteen.
Nice. And what about Hyacinth and
Oh,
Inez?
that's a good question.
Try to look at their spells and see what I need for things.
And Gary is just frozen in wonder.
Yeah, I guess what
Oh, we can do the whirlpool thing. Like that's a violent
Ooh.
one we can do. What else do we have? Okay.
I think Hyacinth is like rummaging through her purse and finding a little container of sand.
Nice. And as you're preparing and whatnot, you see one by one the glowing lights of those boats appearing around you, and they sort of come into view. There's a masked figure on each boat. There is one boat that is unoccupied. However, it just has a light on it and no
That's where Carolyn should be.
no person.
It's not my shadow person. My shadow person's like,
As you are sort of staring at that, you feel an impact, and everyone sort of like does a Star Trek lurch.
Yeah,
And
in different directions.
it's Thorogood's boat has smacked into the police boat a little bit,
no,
and
we got to get the sea friends to help Thorogood out of the water.
you don't see Thorogood, but you do see something on one of the masts. And as the fog sort of clears around it, you can see that it is Sheriff Dalrymple lashed to one of the masts. And he just is staring at you with wide eyes as the chanting around you begins.
He's on one of the masts of Thurgood's boat?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, we should have been nicer to him.
What are y'all doing? The chanting is beginning.
We were like not concerned. He was.
I'm summoning sea friends.
Nice.
See friends.
And you can see the water, the glassy surface of the water is beginning to darken as well.
Can I use face off to make a fake sheriff?
Ooh,
But
let's
sheriff's place.
let's go with the sea friends first and see
Yes,
how
sorry,
that
got
goes.
excited.
Yeah. Let's roll with sensitivity.
Blow all the magic at them in this last
Yeah.
round.
Magic time.
Towards
Wow.
Floyd.
Oh, it's only a 5.
Oh no. Mark a crown of the void.
Had to run out. My luck had to run out sooner or later.
Oh no.
Little
Yeah,
moment.
so you kick back the seawater and it burns as it goes down, and you kind of retch a little bit.
Is somebody else
no.
already marking my void crown, or did I already have one? I didn't have one.
I think you already had one. Yeah.
Did I already have
You
one?
had one. I've just been clicking to see what these different,
Cool.
what the pomegranate
Yeah.
kernel is.
And as you kind of like retch up the seawater,
Black.
it like splashes and goes overboard, and the things do start rising out of the water, and you're like, sea friends, but the water is pitch black, and
The
hands
enemies.
start coming, and these dark water creatures start boarding the police boat. Inez, what were you trying
That didn't
next?
go as planned.
Oh.
Down the wrong pipe.
And the chanting has increased, and
Oh,
you feel the boat rise as the water swells underneath you.
I'm assuming they need some kind of sacrifice for this, and that Dalrymple is the sacrifice. So I was gonna try to put in a decoy Dalrymple by making, like, by putting his face on a fake Dalrymple.
What, putting his
I think-
face
I think-
on one of the people in the boats? Or,
I think you need one of the shadow people to do that spell.
No, that's a,
Yeah.
oh,
why did I make such a specific spell? I tend to get hot-headed and then make a spell that's only good for that moment.
That's still a good spell.
moves. Let's see.
What's Hythens up to?
I'm trying to figure out some third spell that we can do.
Yeah.
As you're pondering, you
Oh,
see more of
sorry.
the dark creatures
Oh, okay.
pull the like not even creatures on the Thurgood's boat, but just like arms from the sea pulling the boat underneath, and it begins to take on water.
I'd be
Wait,
willing
which
to try
our
the
boat?
whirlpool if we want to try it.
Yeah, I was
Thurgood's
gonna
boat.
try the whirlpool vortex.
Yeah, why don't you try it since you?
What are the ways of doing that,
I just.
or what is the
remember-
method for that?
I think
You broke
that-
something, and then
break
yeah.
something and then swirl.
Okay, all right. Let's see. Is there anything that can
Still
help
coughing
me
up
here?
seawater.
Aw.
You could break the vial of blood. Be fun.
Yes. Okay. So this is a stretch. Feel free to cancel. I'm going to say, just to make sure I get the timing just right, I'm going to assign Akiko the task of breaking the thing while I do the swirly bit and what is it? Swirling a glass of water or something like that.
It starts small and then you swirl big.
Chowder.
Okay.
Yeah. Swirl the
This
chowder.
is me straining to get
Swirl the
advantage
chowder.
here
The
with my
chowder's
minus
actually-
1 sensitivity. Oh
Chowder's
yes, and
good
we're
'cause
using the chowder.
Because it has elements of the sea in it.
Yeah. Burns a little bit.
That's 3d6 and then drop the lowest
Yeah.
and then drop 1.
And then -1. Yeah.
Maybe you can make a
Oh,
vortex of
no.
clam friends.
Just
2, 3,
Potato
4.
chowder.
So that's 7
Clam-
minus 1. 6.
Clam NATO.
7 - 6. All right.
oh no.
So the chowder is still very hot, and you burn it. You burn your finger, and as you're like, fuck it, you like Akiko now, and Akiko's just sort of like banging it around and backs it
Oh,
like under something, and
Yeah.
and as that's happening, the Thurgood's boat makes a big like bloop as it is pulled underneath, and you see Wyman, like his face, wise eye, just like staring pleadingly at you as the mast goes under the water, and you feel the ocean rise again underneath you.
we do have this wooden mask.
Oh, and I guess I get another crown.
Yeah.
The clue, but
Yeah. Do you want to try something with the mask?
I don't know. Put it on my face and
Hope for the best.
hope
If
for the
I'm in the
best.
demon world.
Yeah, and just be like,
There is a missing spot on a boat.
what?
There is a missing spot on one of the boats.
That's true.
No, I wonder if I could. Yeah, and I'm like
You
not.
could totally put the mask on, go to the empty boat, and fuck up their ceremony.
Yeah, maybe I'll go be the like other part and fuck it up, or sacrifice myself. I don't know.
There are 12 votes altogether, by the way.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna pop the mask on my face because I love wearing clues.
By the way, Inez, all those masked people told me you were a fucking liar.
Ah! Don't say that. I am not a liar. Yeah, I'm just gonna go and try to like mess it up.
How are you trying to get to the boat with the light on it?
Yeah.
How are you doing that?
Gary, to that boat, Gary, quickly.
Yeah, make it, I guess.
What do you think might happen if Gary doesn't make it in time? What are you afraid might happen?
Oh, everything that's already happening.
Leashes, whatever.
That Marianne's gonna come up, and then we're gonna have to fight Marianne instead of all this.
Oh yeah.
Make it worse. Never mind.
I don't think I'm gonna make that worse. I think that sounds great. Make a night move with I think composure.
No. Okay. Night move.
Wait, is it night now? Oh, I guess it's night.
Yeah, it's
It's
dark.
almost night.
Effectively night.
Darkness.
Okay, I have +1, and I rolled an 8. 5 + 2 is 7. I rolled a 7 + 1 is 8.
Cool. Gary does get over there in time, but there is just before you get there, one of the arms and the shadow people are sort of the ocean people are like on the boat now, and Gary's got like elbow off as he gets over there, and he's almost able to get there, but one of the arms from the sea grabs the back of the boat and starts pulling it underneath, and I think you're going to have to jump for it and swim a short way to the boat.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay, Inez dives off the bow of the boat and crawls up, and get on the boat with the other chanters, and you feel an urge to chant along with them. What are you going to try to do?
I'm trying
mess
to.
up-
I was
mess
going
up
to
the
try to
ritual.
say the wrong things, but I guess like to mess it up. Okay.
You
Feel
should
free
just
to-
start singing ooga chaka, ooga, ooga, ooga chaka, ooga, ooga. I
Dance
can't
off.
stop this feeling.
Yeah, I think that I'm wondering if there's like something
Oh.
from before that maybe some of the plants.
I
Maybe
was
just
gonna
yell
also,
names of the plants. Go for it, Heis.
I was gonna also throw in, this might be a great time to use a golden crown move if that's possible.
Yeah.
So
Ooh.
whatever you do is inspired by something from one of the books.
Yeah, what happened in the book that we're...
I'm wondering also, like, since we got shadows all around, and I have a move that I can put my face on shadows, I'm wondering if I could hop in the boat and then face off the shadows and make the shadows not bad anymore.
They're not shadows, they're like dark water. They're like inky black water. I like the golden crown idea. I think that's a
The
great.
golden
Inez, what is a golden crown mystery that reminds you of this situation?
Oh, this is just like, how does this work? Say
It
it.
was the Bluebird of Death was the one that Carrie was shooting.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
Gary was just talking about the Bluebird murder.
Bluebird of Murder, you're
Murder.
Bluebird of Murder.
Yeah, and then I say
And
like,
then-
oh, this is just like that, and then
And
magic
then you
get
then you take
better.
a 12 plus on the next one. Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, this is just like the Bluebird of Murder when they had all of the robotic bluebirds had all gathered around the hero Reb.
Amanda Delacourt.
Amanda
Amanda
Delacourt. Yeah, they had all encircled Amanda Delacourt, and we thought that it was going to be the end for our hero because it looked like that the bluebirds had indeed taken over the town and she was the last victim to go, but she started singing like a bluebird and confused their programming and made them go to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a weird, it was like a kind of a really,
It was one of her early books. It was a little bit.
the ending I would have
Yeah.
like the entire book all the way up to the point that I described. Really good book.
All
It
that's
was
left
like-
is for you to sing.
It was also that she was trying to do young adult, so she was trying not to
Mm.
kill anything. So the bluebird
Right.
sleep at the end.
Right.
Not her best. Bluebird of Murder. We should have given Gary a different one.
Once he gets an
as-
idea in his head, though.
As you're making this realization, the center of the water circle where the boat went down, so the glass flat water is entirely black now, and the middle of it, like if you could make a hole in nothing, that's what it looks like. It's not black, but just like there's a visual difference between something that's black and something that's nothing. And you, 4 hands pull something out of the center there. It's probably only 10 or 12 feet across, but it snakes up like a big black handkerchief kind of being pulled up, and there's a face that looks like a ebony wooden mask. Tell me how you mess up the ritual. No,
Sorry.
this is Mère Rien.
No, but like I can
How do you tell me what you sing to mess up the ritual?
I guess in line with Inez doing bird watching.
Oh, yeah.
Since that's my thing. I sing the song of a blue jay.
Yeah, you're making bird calls.
No, I do grass call. Yeah, I'll do some. Wait, we're by the sea, so
Holes or
yeah, maybe some gulls. Yeah, I just do gull sounds.
Do seagull sounds? Great. I love it. Great. So the the sort of like snaking black thing with the black mask, the mask sort of oozes off and sort of just dissolves off, and there is a face, and the face shifts kind of between a bunch of people that you have seen around, the murdered, the murderers, yourselves, the sheriff, and it sort of settles on the sheriff face, and the mouth opens up until it becomes the whole face, and just lurches down and kind of like smacks down on one of the boats and just destroys it, splinters it, kills whoever is in it, and then sort of rears up again and makes this like terrible sucking sound and smacks down one of the other boats, and it is systematically destroying them. It smacks down the boat that is next to Inez, and rears up again, and so it just missed Gary and the police boat, and the back is it's sort of like in Jaws, where the back of the boat is kind of in there, and shadow people are crawling up, and it sort of like looks at Inez, and the mouth opens up to take its entire head, and starts to smack down, and something impacts it, and it stops, and something else impacts it, and you look to the north, and this like the murmuration of starlings, only it's seagulls.
Yeah.
And they just fly into it, circle around it, and just are like pecking at it, and eventually it sort of lifts up and sort of like tears itself away from the hole, which closes up, and as the hole closes up, the black water starts sinking back in.
No, I don't like it.
And
ornithology to the rescue.
Gulls are pecking,
Yeah,
and
get
it's
'em.
getting like it's flailing around trying to do something and smashes one of the other boats, and all the boats are being pulled back to the center, and eventually the mouth opens wide enough to sort of like open and turn inside out, and then it's just sort of like there's a weird like 4-dimensional kind of sucking inward until it donuts in and then disappears, and the fog slowly lifts, and your boat and Gary's boat are the only ones there, and the water slowly begins to become regular bay water again. And the black inky creatures turn water colored and sink back into the ocean.
And stay out.
Gary goes to the back of the boat. Fuck. Gets everyone get in the lifeboat. Is there a little and there's a tight like he like goes to there's a emergency thing and pulls a thing, and there's a raft that's like, you guys are not comfortable in it, but you can all fit inside it, as the police boat slowly founders and
that police boat gave us a lot of adventures.
And you're all in a little lifeboat, and he's like, okay, who wants to help paddle?
Should we be concerned about the people that are dead? Are they dead?
Do you want I think the sheriff is long gone.
Yeah.
If you the boat that was next to you, there's a body floating face down. It looks like a man. If you want to poke around.
Yeah, my instinct is just keep on going, but I think
that is totally fair.
I feel like that instinct has served Hyacinth so much in the past with her husband, her late husband. Yeah, and I don't know that Inez actually has like wits about it. Like she was just like, Let's.
No, I think Hyacinth is like, oh, what's this?
Is this the body of one of the former cult members?
Yes, it's in a robe.
Right.
And
That
do you
I
want to
would
like
through that.
flip it over with an oar or something?
Yeah, now I do. I was gonna.
I mean, I feel like we kind of got it.
Yeah, I
That'd be
think
good
that's
with
Hyacinth's
old
immediate
option.
instinct.
And it is
Okay.
the face under the cowl is Andrew, the butler
Yeah.
from the
Andrew.
Kreutzes.
Knew it.
But he is not kind of like young looking like he was before. His face is like shriveled and crumpled in as if his
As if Force Lightning were directed back at him.
yeah, exactly. Like he was like 110 and like that kind of caught up to him when the magic went away.
So is this like the Scooby-Doo part where we're taking all the masks off?
And see, it was really about a land development deal all along.
They're just trying to get Mère Rien to clear the tourists off the shore so they can build condos.
Okay. Well, we knew that. We knew Andrew was bad.
And he was German. He was the only survivor from the U-boat. Ta-da.
What?
Oh, he has a little iron cross on his robe. There we go.
Okay. I was gonna say we recognize a face from somewhere in, like the closing shot is like The Shining. It's looking at the
maybe it's
photo.
his face is from there's a photo of the crew from the U-boat in the
and in the middle is Jack Nicholson
museum. Yeah, and Andrew is played by a young Jack Nicholson.
Hey, whatever happened to Etienne?
I know. Poor guy.
Yeah, you just kind of left him.
We've left a lot of people. We really should keep in better touch with every life we destroy.
I don't remember the last time, like when we last see him. Where did we leave him? What was he doing?
We have been a bit single focused. We should.
Meanwhile, in Paris.
Like, is it still ancient U-boat Etienne, or is our Etienne back now?
Where did you leave him? Do you want to
I don't
epilogue find
remember.
him?
I don't remember when we last interacted with him.
I like to think that somehow he's wound up in jail with the other people who are in jail in Brindlewood.
Yeah, the last scene is like we've finally also gone to jail. And we're just hanging out with all the villains. Like,
This is fair.
we're not so different, really.
I think one of the end scenes is Gary sitting behind a desk, and it says Sheriff Gary Duncan on the desk, and he is like signing paperwork to transfer the people in jails off to like a state penitentiary. And there's another desk next to him where Dolores is there and says, other sheriff Dolores Maple,
Co-sheriff.
Co-sheriff. Two sheriffs is better than one.
Governor Dolores.
And Etienne is manning the phones.
But is it old Etienne or
It's old Etienne, yeah.
I don't know what that means.
He's like, I don't know what your internet. What is Wi-Fi? I don't know. Hey, what is the problem there? I don't know.
Something Hedy Lamarr invented.
Let's have one last sort of like where they are now or epilogue scene from
the
Mavens. What is Inez doing?
Oh.
After everything calms down.
Well, I know I've still got to talk about death, dying, and the end of all things, and
oh yeah, you've
random
seen some shit.
I don't know. This was like
Maybe do you live at the lighthouse now, bird watching?
yeah. We'd already established that.
Can we have a scene like just like the last shot of you is standing on the ring walk of the lighthouse with the binoculars and just like sort of the camera sort of pulls back and there's a bunch of bird feeders and just like lots of seagulls.
I'm fine with that for my final scene. Yeah, like
Awesome.
I just like pamper the seagulls now.
And I'm
And
pretty
tell them
sure I
about
got
the
my.
end of
I'm pretty sure I've got my last scene of just, this is at the annual Amanda Delicon, and there is a line to meet Amanda Delacourt. And Amanda Delacourt is there just kind of looking warily at the person in line who is Hyacinth, who is just finishing up. And then we did a spell based on your work about the bluebird. And I don't need a signature. I don't need anything. We just want to say thank you. You're welcome.
Oh, okay, great.
Off she goes.
The line hasn't moved for.
The line hasn't moved for a long time.
What about Rue?
I feel like so Inez was living in the lighthouse, right? So we established. I feel like panning away from the lighthouse pans over to what used to be the little shack near the lighthouse, which is now a very nicely remodeled home near the lighthouse.
Cottage core.
And Rue is standing outside, kind of wind blowing, some kind of trance. You see several like sea people going out to sea, being like, yes, let me know if you see anything. Great. You're all released for the day. Yep. And then like makes another little gesture and sort of like Roger's old coat kind of floats up next to her, and she's like, I'm glad we can finally be together again.
Nice. Credit
She
roll.
walks inside with her ghostly trench coat.
Aww.
And that's Brindlewood Bay. Woo!
That's how that goes.
Rue is full on witch.
I think she's a wizard.
I think Rue is probably embraced it and made it like a lifestyle, and Inez just uses it when she loses her temper. Forgets that she can do magic, and then is just like, you call me a liar.
I feel like we work together. Like I basically the sea people are now our allies, and I have them patrol around the lighthouse for you, watching for dangers.
If anything comes back.
Yeah, and spells help protect it. No one ever bothers us for many reasons.
Yeah. Oh man.
A lot of people really are not happy about our Brindlewoodification of Mucky Point.
Can Hyacinth be the one that runs the roadhouse now?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
A lot of people are like, God, Dame is moving in here making Mucky Point all Brindlewoody.
Keep Mucky Point
Magical.
mucky.
Yeah, keep it mucky. There's a keep it mucky movement.
And then there's a post-credit scene where Hyacinth is wiping down the bar at the thing, and someone comes in. It's like,
Fury comes in.
Hyacinth, Loring, I'm from Cedar Point. We need your help. And a real end. Woo. That was fun.
Yay.
I had no idea how that last ritual was going to go.
I know.
Like, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
That one must have been so much more challenging for you, since like the clues weren't as pre-made. You didn't
Yeah.
we were gonna make the end.
Yeah, he's like, we'll see what happens. Okay, now let's do it. take all the bits and pieces and put them together.
And seagulls.
Yeah,
And seagulls.
Stop it now.
I just really wonder how well people would fare with this game who are not improvisers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who you can't just think on their feet and make stuff up in a moment.
Yeah, I wonder how much you could like give them little step stools.
I think so. There's a whole document on building the Dark Conspiracy that I kind of use a little bit, not very much though. And I think it would be okay. I think they would just need to do a lot more preparation, and be like, write it out more and be like, okay, here's more of the bits and pieces and stuff. So yeah,
I just
I think
meant
it's still
even on our side, like sometimes you're like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, oh, we could do anything.
Yeah.
My goodness, you have choice.
I find it refreshing though, because I've always found it so. I think I lean this way. 'Cause I've always found it so much more frustrating sometimes when you're playing a role-playing game, a tabletop role-playing game, and you're trying to get creative and think of creative solutions to stuff, and you're just shut down. Like, nope, you can't do that. No, you can't. That's impossible.
The only spell you have is lightning bolt.
Yeah.
That's
Well, maybe
what
I can
it's
find a way to perhaps jigger with the trap mechanism. No, it's beyond your understanding.
I want to take my face and put it on the shadow's face.
No, they're water
What
What
people.
happened to that shadow? Do we get a post-credit scene with what? Like, is that
What
shadow?
is the shadow doing
Oh,
now?
yeah.
Is shadow?
Oh yeah, like a flash. Yeah, so like the scene. Maybe there's a scene before the ritual, and like after you do that, somewhere in there where it's like where like Eleanor's like in a trance or something in her little room, and like the shadow comes up and it's your face.
Caroline?
Yeah,
Caroline,
Caroline. Yeah, and like the shadow comes up and it's Inez's face, and it just like puts its fingers through her head, and she just like melts or something.
Oh, I thought it was just gonna like slightly annoy her for the rest.
Yeah, no, it puts its hands through her face, and like the black lines start coming out, just like cover her face, and she's like turns like black, and then just like shatter, or like sort of falls away like she's made of charcoal.
You
Something
totally
like ash.
shadow killed Caroline.
Yeah,
Oh,
you totally
that's not what
Yeah.
I chosen, but I didn't roll very well. So
murdered Caroline.
Shadow murder.
That's not the way to her heart.
it's a lot of cause anyway.
Oh man.
Yeah, I think it was one of those 7 or 8s that got Dalrymple witched too. Like, oh no.
To Alvin.
Alvin's in jail. He's in
jail
the state.
Is he
He's
in
in
jail forever because Gary doesn't like him?
Yeah, he's in the state penitentiary now.
I mean, that is how our carceral system sometimes works.
Says her that you suck, so I guess you're going to Sing Sing.
But like the dog is definitely an alien.
Now we gotta figure out what's next.
Oh yeah, I didn't see the.
Yeah.
You posted a link, right? And I
For the
completely blanked on it.
yeah, so I have 2 suggestions. Passion de Passiones is
Oh yes.
Oh,
Maybe
that's
like a-
right.
1 or 2 off we
Telenovela?
could do. Yeah, telenovela is super fun.
That's right. I remember you
Um,
saying it now.
I would also be interested in running Trophy Gold, which is a fantasy style game where you're treasure hunters, doomed treasure hunters, and it's made by the same. It's not the same designer, but it's in the same area as Brindlewood. It's a lot
Oh,
pretty
okay.
I'm always up for literally anything.
Yeah, any of those sound good to me.
Yeah, yeah.
So we can, and Heath is out next week. Is that right?
Yeah.
No, we're gonna stop the stream.
Saturday.
Bye, everybody. Thank you for
Bye.
watching Brindlewood Bay. We're never doing it again.
I
Love
never
you.